Thanks from the Howard Stern Show, and Doug Bruckner has the 411 on him.
This man looks harmless enough, but when he's armed with a phone, he can really do a number on the media.
Hello? Rosie O'Donnell? Howard Stern says you're a fat pig. You know that?
Who did what?
He's Howard Stern's loony lieutenant, Captain Janks. He's a kind of telephone terror, tormenting television with all sorts of tomfoolery.
On the phone right now, we have Tom Dick.
There's been a severe hurricane warning.
What the Weather Channel doesn't know is that the man on the phone is not Tom Dick. No, it's the king of all phony phone calls.
All flights in and out of the Raleigh and F. Jackie area have been postponed until further notice of Baba Booey's Big Green Chopper. How you like them apples?
Sounds like it's a pretty busy morning, pretty serious situation there.
Isn't anyone at the Weather Channel listening to this nonsense?
Yeah, I like to say Grease Man sucks and Howard Stern rules, and you suck too.
Okay, I guess we got a wrong phone line there.
Score another one for Captain Janks. Howard Stern's hippie disciple has made it his maniacal mission to worm his way all over America's airwaves.
I don't even think it's what I say to them that makes it funny. I think their reactions are what make it funny.
His real name's Tom Cipriano. He's 30 years old, and he's developed an annoying and hilarious habit of making media people look stupid.
Hello, phone person?
Hello. Rosie, this is Mayor Rendell.
Like the time just last week when he convinced the people at Rosie O'Donnell's show that he was the mayor of Philadelphia. The mayor gave Rosie this greeting.
Howard Stern said you were a fat pig. Do you know that?
Oh, really? Interesting. Thanks for calling.
Ouch. It is rude, it is crude, but who do you really blame?
If they don't check their sources out, that's their fault.
Do you think that you might be able to listen to Howard Stern next?
Well, we haven't had one of those in a while, that's for sure. Pardon?
Especially during a hurricane.
Captain Janks' silliness has sparked an army of imitators. One clown got on ABC News Live and made a real fool of Peter Jennings during the O.J. Simpson slow-speed chase.
Can you hear anything, Mr. Higgins?
It's just too much commotion. I see O.J., man, and he looks scared.
It's driving media outlets crazy. But for Captain Janks, it's simply a matter of too many channels, not enough time.
Howard Stern rules. Do you like Howard Stern? Sir, how do you feel about Baba Booey?
Howard Stern is God.
I'm jamming with these guys, and I'm writing a song.
If I could, I surely would. Stand on rock and most stood. Whoa, boy, don't you lie on the track like a whoa, boy, don't you lie on the track. Whoa, boy, don't you lie on the track like a whoa, boy, don't you lie on the track. See my old lady sitting in the shade, talking about the first time we got laid. Sing, whoa, boy, don't you lie on the track like a whoa, boy, don't you lie on the track. Whoa, boy, don't you lie on the track like a whoa, boy, don't you lie on the track. Hangman waving at the market day, running it forever to go away. Sing, whoa, boy, don't you lie on the track like whoa, boy, don't you lie on the track. Whoa, boy, don't you lie on the track like whoa, boy, don't you lie on the trail.
Yeah.
Call him raunchy, some call him brilliant, others just call him. But to his millions of radio listeners, there was no one quite like him. Now the most controversial man on radio is finally getting his own TV show on WWOR-TV this summer, and I hope he does just incredibly well because I adore him. Will you please welcome the outrageous, the unpredictable, the very funny, I'll be the judge of that, Howard Stern.
Yeah, baby. Good morning, everybody. Look at our little network. Growing by leaps and bounds. Yeah. Want to give a shout out to my boys in Memphis at WMFS, WBGG in Miami, and WBOB in Minneapolis, St. Paul. Yeah. Want to give a shout out to all those boys out there and girls. Good morning. Yeah, wow, we just had a beautiful weekend, didn't we? I wouldn't know. I stayed inside and watched basketball. I did that 3-game marathon again on Sunday. Yeah, I wish they would have broken up the games. So did a little on Saturday, a little on Sunday. But
all of it on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel worthless after watching about 9 hours of television. You know, what's that all about? Like, do I have a life? I actually spent Sunday reading the Mia Farrow book. She stopped by today, and I got to tell you something, man. You really got to read that. It's frightening. I kind of skipped ahead to the Woody Allen parts. Yeah. Because that's what I was most interested in. And I know Mia said that she didn't want to spend the whole day talking about Woody, but I might just have to anyway. I mean, that guy is a freak.
How could she stay with him so long?
Well, that's part of the thing. You're reading the book, and you realize what a super freak he is, and then you go, man, Mia's so beautiful. But the conclusion I came to is that Mia just had a horrible self-image, that she felt she was worthless, that she was a terrible actress, that she was ugly. Yeah. Oh. I mean, that's the only explanation I can offer, Robin. But, you know, let Mia handle it. And,
all right, she'll tell us.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Off men completely now?
One would hope so, but you can ask her that when she comes in. Write that down. That's your question.
All right.
Are you off men completely now? I don't know what it is with you broads, but you never can get away from our meat. You know, completely. You try. I know you tried for 7 years. But
excuse me?
You're probably one of the few women I know that was that successful.
But, you know, I haven't lost my mind and hooked up with somebody who's going to...
No, we don't know that yet.
Oh, shut
All right, listen, baby. I got to take a break. I'll come back. I got to talk about this Eddie Murphy thing. I want to know what happened there.
Man.
What's up with that?
I wanted your take on that all weekend.
Well, first of all, I didn't know that Eddie... I didn't even know Eddie ever left his house, so that's interesting in itself.
Surprisingly, when he does, it's to do social work.
Yeah, he likes to help people. That's the funny thing. Well,
I mean, if you ever do anything silly like that, please come up with a better excuse.
Yeah, well, let's talk about it. I got plenty to say right after these words.
Love having you with us. Howard!
Broadcasting from the top of the Howard Stern building. You're listening to The Howard Stern Show on the Stolen Vehicle Police Recovery Network.
Yeah, I got to remember that. Stolen Vehicle Police Recovery Network.
Stolen Vehicle Police Recovery Network. Stolen Vehicle Police Recovery Network. And now let us tackle that topic known as Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy.
Yes, that's a doozy. I couldn't wait to get back on the air Friday. I said, why does that always happen on a Friday night?
Yeah, well, Eddie's smart.
Yeah.
He said, let me have this break on a day when Howard's not on the air.
You know, I had heard rumors that for years that Eddie was gay, but I've heard rumors that every actor in Hollywood is gay.
But we also heard rumors that he liked transsexuals.
Yeah, but you know.
That's a different kind of rumor.
Yeah.
That's not just that you're gay.
Yeah. But anyway, if you're going to get popped for being in the car with a guy dressed up as a woman, the best time to do it is Friday when the weekend newspapers come out. Because, let's face it, Eddie still has his timing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can say what you want about Eddie, but he still has his timing.
Brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant, brilliant timing. Hey, Jackie, baby, it's good you didn't give Eddie any help in your basement making a CD.
You got to be careful.
If
Jackie
you'd
says,
seen Jackie and Draghi, he wouldn't have asked.
I love the picture they have of him in the post, though. It's the picture most possible oil in his hair, so he looks the
gayest.
Yeah. Look at that picture, like, well, maybe.
They had one, yeah, I know. They had one picture of him on Sunday of him with his shirt off. You know when Eddie was into like his shirt off.
Oh, right, the whole sex symbol.
Yeah, wearing his white silk pajamas and stuff, and like he has his shirt off and he's wearing like pantaloonies.
Guilty.
And you're going, hey, you know, hey, maybe. But I had heard rumor. I mean, I've heard rumors about, you know, you name any actor in Hollywood. I've heard he's gay. Remember,
right, I'm going to try to name one you haven't heard.
I can't think of one that I have. Like one time a guy came in here and told me Harrison Ford was gay. Remember that?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I know exactly who that was.
Right, and he's not gay. You know,
well,
I've heard
everybody knew that they heard the Richard Gere story.
Richard Gere, Tom Cruise.
Have you ever heard that Mel Gibson was gay?
No, I never heard that about him.
We can start that.
We can start that.
Hey, now. He might be one of the few I haven't heard that about.
Because there are a few that it never comes up about.
I mean, like, I remember reading on the air here, like, John Travolta stories of him with some guy and stuff. But,
oh, yeah.
But I'm talking about, like, there's no evidence that that Tom Cruise is gay. And there's no evidence that...
No, not one guy has ever come forward and said he made love to Tom Cruise.
Yeah, and there's no evidence that Richard Gere is gay. Seriously.
The gerbils are not speaking.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I heard that whole gerbil rumor, but I've heard that about a million guys. I remember, like, there used to be one about Rod Stewart. But there's no evidence that he's gay. There was a rumor years ago that Rod Stewart was rushed to the hospital and they had to pump 4 quarts of sperm out of his stomach.
Like, where would he get that?
Yeah, I mean, come on. It was like the most outrageous rumor, and you go...
Where do you get 4 quarts?
Yeah, and it was, like, tagged onto the guy, and, like, you know, let's face it.
You can't get rid of it. You know, that stuff sticks to you, and you can't shake it.
It sure does stick to you. There's no way a guy wants that being said about himself, and I'd heard stuff about Eddie Murphy and stuff, and I just put it down with all the rest of the stuff, because the guy's married, he's got kids, he's...
But this was like even before he was married, we used to hear these stories.
Well, and then like one friend of mine said to me after they heard about Eddie Murphy, she said to me, well, there you go, that of course he's gay. And I go, well, what do you mean? She goes, first of all, why would Eddie Murphy get married when he's got the whole world at his fingertips? He needed a beard. I go, get out of here.
He had plenty of them.
Yeah, but this is how people think. This is the narrow-minded people in our society.
I did, because immediately, of course, because Eddie's been touting himself as the family man now.
Yeah.
They had all these pictures of him and the wife and the kids.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at her and going, she could be transsexual.
Yeah. Now everybody looks like a man in his life.
There's a room.
Yeah. And, this kind of thing is bad for you because, like, now wherever Eddie goes, everyone's going to go, look at that. Eddie likes boys dressed up as girls.
The worst part is, because, what was it, yesterday or the day before? In one of the papers, they said that he has a foot fetish, that he would go over to the woman's house.
Well, he would go over to the guy's house. The guy's house. And the guy was dressed up as a woman.
Yeah, well, I call it a person.
Right. And he would make them take off their shoes and he would stare at their feet for $500 an hour.
Yeah. So now everybody's just going to be sticking their feet in Eddie's face.
Now he's a freak. Meanwhile, Betty, my director on Private Parts, is working with Eddie right now on Dr. Dolittle.
And that's what everybody's saying. He's holed up on the set of Dr. Dolittle. Like they're under siege.
I was going to call Betty this weekend because we talk once in a while, but I figured, well...
That would have looked strange.
That would have looked weird. Like I was fishing around for some information, and I don't want to get into that with her.
Right.
Not that she would ever say anything.
But you don't want her thinking you're calling to fish for information.
I actually had something to call her about because we talk. We made a pact to talk every once in a while so we don't lose touch because we enjoyed working with one another. But I had something I actually wanted to tell her. I had a little bit of gossip on somebody, and then I said, "Wait a second."
See, that would have been I got some gossip for you. Have you got anything for me?
Yeah, right. So I wasn't going to do that.
Yeah.
So I just kind of stayed away from that. And I'll wait another week. And then I'll call her and ask her for some gossip.
This story isn't going to cool down.
No, but she's pretty professional like that. She would, like if I got busted with a guy in my car,
talk about it.
She wouldn't have talked about it. I can respect that. But I thought, now what's going to happen? I said this to somebody on Friday as soon as I saw it. You're going to start seeing tons of weirdos coming forward who've had freaky experiences with Eddie, like the woman or the guy who just showed him his feet.
Well, we don't even know if that's true. That was put in. That was in a London tabloid or something. But now I understand, and this is the thing that really happens every time something like this occurs. Of course, this person is going to be approached by everybody under the sun with money for a story.
Yeah. Now, according to Eddie, this is pretty funny. First of all, I'm surprised Eddie left the house. That's, because according to what I've heard, Eddie just doesn't leave the house, but he evidently does. And this is like the worst excuse a guy could come up with.
Yeah, I don't know who cooked this up.
You know what they did? They rushed too fast to come up with it. He should have kept quiet and really thought it through.
Right.
Now, I don't know. Maybe we could come up with a better excuse for him, but let's read the article together, okay?
Because I don't know how you spin this one any better now.
Stunning photos emerged yesterday of the looker hooker at the center of the Eddie Murphy gender bender scandal. Evidently, this girl's... why am I not seeing these pictures of her? I'd like to see pictures of this girl that he picked up.
There was one.
I mean, this boy that he picked up.
But everyone refers to her as a girl.
Yeah. The pictures show transsexual Addison Sauli. It's one of those weird names that, like Sam Kinnison's girlfriend had.
Samoan or something.
Yeah.
He is Samoan.
What was Sam's girlfriend's name?
Malika?
Malika Sourier.
Yeah.
This is like Addison Sauli. As a sex-change stunner wearing a skin-tight camouflage print. She has a cascade of curls and her midriff is fetchingly bare. At least they're calling her. I mean, that must make her happy.
Well, that's what I was saying. Everybody refers to her as a woman.
She's got a penis, everybody. Wake up.
Even though she's locked up with a bunch of guys right now.
Yeah. She's smiling coyly and holding her left hand to her neck. Sauli, 20, is in the Los Angeles County Jail serving 90 days for violating her probation for an earlier prostitution arrest. Sauli began doing the time Saturday, a day after she was arrested in Murphy's Land Cruiser near a notorious sex supermarket in West Hollywood. The star of Beverly Hills Cop claims he didn't know she was a transsexual and he just offered her a ride home. He described her as a beautiful Hawaiian-looking woman. Murphy, 36, was in charge because cops said nothing happened. But I guess the cops...
Now, that's a good... that helps his story. Because apparently they followed him for a couple of miles.
Yeah, so what?
Where the hell were they going?
Maybe they were going to his place. Maybe they were going to a hotel.
I would like to know the route to her house. See, I'm trying to give Eddie the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Well, at least we could say, in his favor...
He didn't immediately pull over.
Like Dominic called me Friday laughing hysterically. He's like,
well, at least we can say in his favor, maybe he didn't know it was a guy.
That's the only thing
he
can say
right.
in his favor.
Now here's the funny part. The comedian claims he doesn't know Sauli. But her cousin, Ione Sauli, told the Post the two were friends and he even offered her a movie role.
Right, apparently he had visited her 4 times or something.
Well, then there you go. I mean, then he knows it's a guy.
That's according to the cousin.
Oh, I don't know where they met or how they met, but Eddie is Addison's friend. He said Addison often talked about him, and Eddie has met some of the family.
Now, I'm also reading stories, though, that she was just starstruck when he first pulled over. So I don't know what it means.
Eddie was... First of all, what's Eddie doing picking up any... First of all, this is a guy, he's a very famous guy. Why would he pull over and pick up a prostitute and give her help?
As Eddie said, I'm just using his words.
Yeah.
He helps a lot of people.
Yeah, but why would you risk your life?
Before.
Why not go to Vietnam? You want to help somebody. What?
I was having this conversation with my dad on Saturday night about,
I've never helped anybody like that.
Well, I said, why would a star of that caliber, who's afraid of all kooks and freaks, afraid of anything?
He's got a gate outside his house, looks like a prison.
Right, he always comes out with about 10 billion bodyguards.
Right.
And I said, why on earth would he stop to pull over, for this person? And my father goes, well, he came from one of those bad neighborhoods, and, I guess he just knows what it's like, and he wants to help people. And I'm like, Dad,
he wants to help a sexy young woman.
You spin stories like this because some people will buy them.
Yeah, I guess your dad buys them. Your dad's as simple as you are.
Smart guy.
It's amazing. Yeah, smart guy. Yeah, I guess when you come from a bad neighborhood, you like to just help other people.
Help other
He's
people.
helping someone who's rather attractive. There were bums, I'm sure, lying on the street, too.
I already picked up that toothless guy that was on the street.
Yeah, why this one?
What's he doing in that section of town?
And what's he doing out at 4:45 in the morning?
Well, one of the cops said anybody who's in that area is there for one reason.
And, Eddie knows where he was.
Eddie was supposed to get Addison apart in one of his films. Ione Sauli, 33, a car mechanic, said his family was shocked to find out Addison had been selling sex on the streets of West Hollywood, okay? So,
they didn't know he was a prostitute, but they knew about Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, that doesn't
it doesn't wash with me.
Say Sauli was sent to the male section of the county jail because she has some male anatomy, but segregated in the hospital wing for protection. I'll bet.
Oh, man.
Murphy denied picking up Sauli for illegal sex. I love my wife, and I'm not gay, he told Entertainment Tonight.
In that order.
Yeah, I love my wife and I'm not gay. I love my wife and I'm not gay.
Oh, my.
Murphy, who lives in an Englewood, New Jersey mansion called Bubble Hill with his ex-model wife and their 3 young children, is in L.A. to film Dr. Dolittle, a family film.
Right, a children's film.
You know, it's so funny. He spends so much of his time wearing all his disguises, and this night he's dressed as himself.
Yeah. Should have been the Nutty Professor that night.
Yeah. And the paper's full of weird stuff. But, you know, that's a kind of a weird excuse. I didn't know. I
felt sorry for her, and I was just trying to give her a hand.
Yeah.
I bet you were.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Was the premise that he just pulled over on the side of the street and
He
said, hey, you
claimed
need some
he
help?
was stopped at a stoplight, and that she approached the car. He saw that she looked a little bit tired and beat up from a hard night.
So naturally you would say, get in.
Yeah, you'd want that person in
What are
your
you
car.
doing out here at this time of the night? You could get hurt. Get in the car. I'll take you home.
Wow. He is a nutty professor.
Sounds logical to me.
Yeah.
Say that all the time to people who are hanging out on the street.
Why don't you get in my car?
Get in my Land Cruiser.
If I came to the window, he wouldn't let me in.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah, he wouldn't give Jackie a ride.
This guy's afraid to even walk out of his house. Now he's helping. He's a good Samaritan.
But only at 4 o'clock in the morning. At that time, he's brave.
Yeah.
It should just have to be
During
cute.
the broad daylight, he's got 50 billion people around him.
Yeah, but, you know, man, I wonder what the deal. I would love to know what the hell's going on.
You know what? I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Well, once you do something like that, your home is not a safe place.
Yeah.
Don't go there.
Don't lay down in bed. No, I think his wife will just accept the whole thing.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I looked at her, and I hate to say this because...
She is beautiful.
No. I was going to... You know, she looks like Camille Cawthon.
It's having a rendezvous.
So maybe he'll get that same kind of treatment. No problem. Just come right back home.
Come on home, baby. The Nutty Professor.
And I understand now. See, that's another thing I didn't know. Eddie's got a couple of other kids outside.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. I didn't know that.
Yeah, a couple of...
Jackie, did you know any of this? You knew Eddie.
Different people had hit him with fraternity suits.
Wow.
And, you know, one was an ex-girlfriend, and I think there's another one.
Wow.
So
You're
this
kidding.
is all news, you know, that I was getting.
Is that stuff he's admitted to?
Yeah, especially the one. I don't know about two, but certainly one he has now claimed paternity for and pays child support.
Everything I ever heard from guys who used to go over Eddie's place, you know, Bubble Hill, who used to get to go there and stuff before he was married, they used to have, like, little sex parties and everything over there. That's why it was called Bubble Hill, because Bubble Hill means, like, Party Hill or something. So I've never heard that, you know, I mean, I always hear it, every guy in Hollywood is gay, but I've always
Eddie
heard...
was having nothing but women.
Yeah, that's what we heard.
I never heard those were gay parties. I just heard there was a lot of...
Women,
yeah. Right. He was having a lot of booty calls.
A lot of babes.
So I wonder what's going on there. I mean, I don't know, but I wish Eddie would call in and tell me. I mean, why not explain yourself here among friends? People who admire your work. That's all. Settle it up, pal. Call in. You know you're listening right now.
You know what? He hasn't played a nice joke on anybody in a long time. You think this was his attempt to get back into comedy?
Now there's a theory that I could buy more than like I was just driving around trying to help people.
Right. I'm a social worker.
See, I would say, hey, look, man, you know my last movie Metro didn't do so good, man, and
I've helped a lot of prostitutes get off the street.
Yeah, that's what I do in my spare time. I've taken a major interest.
Because that was sort of part of the excuse that, you know, he does this a lot. You know, helps other girls, you know, when he sees them in distress.
Yeah.
But the two versions of the story now, the police say...
I want to help some girls.
That Eddie pulled over to her.
Yeah.
He says he was stopped at a stoplight.
Mm-hmm.
He was taking her home?
Yeah.
That's what he says.
He was talking to the animals.
After a whole day at Dr. Dolittle.
Yeah. He was in character. He was being a doctor. He was being Dr. Dolittle with the girls. See? So you don't get it.
He was in character. He couldn't get out of it. And he got restless at home at 4:45 in the morning and decided to go get a newspaper.
There you go, yeah. I need to know what's going on.
That was, why he was out of the house.
I think the less
What'd you
better
say?
he is.
the less he says.
Yeah, just keep quiet.
I home at 5 in the morning, and I wanted to know what the news was.
I wouldn't offer any explanation.
CNN suddenly went dark at his house. He had to get a paper.
All right, let's see what we have on the line here. This is Tom. Tom, how you doing? Let's see if I can get these phones working. Tom?
Yo.
Yeah, what's up?
What's up, man?
I give up.
What?
What do you want?
I wanted to know if you ever did heroin before.
Have I ever done heroin?
Yeah.
Oh.
You thought you did.
I know I did, but yeah, I've done it once, but just by accident.
He never shot it.
Right.
Why?
Is that what you're on now?
Yeah.
I can tell.
Is this your first time?
No.
Oh, you're
my fifth time.
Oh, yeah?
It sounds like you like it.
Yeah, I do.
Well, it must be incredible.
One hell of a drug.
People I've spoken to, I don't know why these phones sound like this. I had them work on the phones this weekend. I made a big mistake.
Well, that's your fault.
And I asked them, hello?
Yeah.
Well, somebody just picked up the phone. Anyway, do you hear how bad the phone sounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked...
tinny sound to you.
I asked Gary and Richie to work on this weekend and just make sure... People are having trouble hearing me. My father called up and said, I can't hear you when I call in on the show. So I just had them tweak it a little bit so people could hear me, so that's why now we have phones that don't work.
Oh, wonderful.
It's never tested. It's never tested completely. Now you can hear... This place is such a garbage dump, I can't even begin to tell you. I don't know why I waste my time coming in. I've had it with radio. I've had it.
These morons working for you. What do you want?
Yeah, we should have you.
Yeah, Mr. Heroin.
I could be the new crackhead Bob.
And Tom Chiasano, I hate Tom Chiasano, my general manager. Can I just say that? I hate him.
Yeah.
Because he's such a thick nitwit. I wish he would get a job somewhere else. Why doesn't he buy a radio station? Why doesn't he become an entrepreneur and get out of here already? I can't stand him. And don't come in here. And then he comes walking in. What do you mean you can't stand me?
But that's smart.
He knows why I can't stand him, because he's incompetent. I tell him to do something, he can't do it. It takes him 17 years to figure out how to do it. Yeah, I tell you. Why can't he get a... Could somebody hire him and then fire him?
Just lure him away from here.
Just somebody lure him away, make him a job offer, and then, 2 weeks later, fire him. So you don't even have to pay him or anything. Just do me a favor. Like ABC, hire him to run the network and then, fire him 2 weeks later.
Yeah, hire somebody else to do his job after you hire him.
It's really wild. I was reading how they have this woman over at ABC television, Jamie Tarsis. They just hired her away. She had a really good job.
At NBC.
At NBC. She was she helped create Friends and Seinfeld or something like that. You know what I mean? She was involved in all of that. So they hired her away at ABC, and it probably was a big decision for her because she was very comfortable where she was. She was thought highly of.
She was under contract, from what I understand. It was difficult.
Yeah, it was a whole thing, but she's like a wonderkind, you know what I mean? She was a young woman, pretty, the whole thing. I'm reading this in the paper today, so imagine that, right? You're at NBC, everybody at NBC loves you. You create Friends, you create Seinfeld or whatever.
You're at the #1 network.
You're at the #1 network, everything's cool. ABC calls you up on the phone, they say, listen, we're getting rid of this kid, Ted Harbert, that we hired because that was a mistake. We want you to run the network. We want to have you just run the whole goddamn thing, pick all the shows for late night, for television.
It'll be your thing.
It's your baby.
Ship, yeah.
Okay?
You won't have to have anybody above you. You'll get all the credit.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, so you think that sounds cool, right? So now I'm reading, it's like she's been on the job 6 months. And now ABC wants to fire her because they haven't had a good season so far. And it's like, well, dude, I mean, to build a whole network, doesn't it take more than 6 months? Why don't you give her a chance? If you believed in her, and then all of a sudden now she's like, and she'll be tarnished forever. She'll be the failure. It's amazing in this town. It is amazing to me that a person can build an entire career and then they can get rid of them in 2 seconds. So now they're talking about hiring the woman who started Nickelodeon. Evidently, she's like some kind of brain.
Oh, I'd stay away from ABC if I was her.
Yeah, I mean, I'd make them give me a 30-year contract. I wouldn't leave anywhere. Yeah.
It said in the paper that the spring schedule has failed for ABC.
Yeah.
But that she inherited the schedule.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But it
had nothing to do with it.
But it said it was her job to sell it.
Yeah, friends of Tarsis, that's her name. She's pretty cute, too. She's getting the blame for a mess she inherited and needs more than a single season to prove her stuff. Yeah, I would think so. Most of these guys usually take more than a season. You know what I mean? Usually. Well, these phones are going to be fun today. That's great.
Sounds better and better.
Heroin dude.
Yo.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Sounds like you're addicted already. You love it too much. From what I understand, heroin is like one big, long-lasting orgasm, and it must be because
That's
why
what
else?
I hear, yeah.
Why else would people get addicted to it? It better be damn good if you're going to ruin your whole life over it.
It's so good you forget where you live, who your children are. You forget everything.
It kills the pain, right, dude?
Yeah.
No
what
pain.
What were you in pain about?
Huh?
What kind of pain were you in?
Everybody's in pain, Robin.
Oh,
not really.
He's not in any pain now. He's on heroin.
I can't remember.
Now, how long ago did you shoot the stuff into your arm?
About 10, 15 minutes ago.
All right. Now, how long will that last, that euphoria?
About an hour or two, I guess.
An hour or two, you'll stay high?
Yeah.
And, like, what does it feel like? Like you're in a dream state?
Yeah, I guess. Something like that.
Does it feel, physically, does it feel good? Like, does it feel...
I have heard stories that people, you know, if you really are into heroin, it feels good putting the needle in your arm.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, next you're going to have to start robbing people to get money for your habit.
I hope not.
No, first you'll start taking your parents' stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You can start robbing your parents. Do you live at home with your parents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you start going through your mother's purse. That's the first.
How old are you?
31.
31?
And you live with your mom and dad? No wonder you're trying to forget.
You are in pain.
Yeah, of course he's in pain. He needs heroin. See, this guy, it should be legal for him to take heroin.
Yeah, they should just give it to him.
If he's 31 and he lives at home, I say you should be allowed to take heroin by law. They should be allowed to sedate you. You're still with your mom and dad and you're 31?
Yeah.
What is that all about?
Don't you have a job?
I had one, but I lost it.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I worked in a warehouse.
So how could you lose a job working in a warehouse?
I quit.
Oh, you quit. Well, you couldn't take it anymore?
No.
Too much pressure.
Yeah. Well, you know... So,
what do you do if you have a 31-year-old child, Howard, who can't keep a job in a warehouse?
You kill him.
No, the parents should be on heroin.
Yeah. So, dude, how did you pay for the heroin? You have some money in savings?
Yeah.
And then when the money runs out, what are you going to do? Like maybe hit your mom's pocketbook?
No.
What are you going to do? If you love it so much, how are you going to get money for it? And by then you should be addicted.
You'll do it.
I hope not.
Dude, just think you're going to be like rifling through your mom's pocketbook and she's going to be yelling at you and then they're going to kick you out of the house. And your dad's going to be all
pissed. Then you'll tell your friends about when your parents are away so you can ransack the whole house.
Because every heroin story is the same.
Maybe I'll just get a job with the boys, you know.
At the boys' center?
No, get a job where the boys, where I get it from.
Well, get a job dealing heroin.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. You'll get involved in the whole heroin
every
thing.
heroin addict can work where they get the heroin.
Yeah. I know.
They can support you.
I'll go into the heroin trade. Yeah, but meanwhile, dude, you'll be eating up all the fruits. No one's going to want you working for them. Well, whatever. All right, man. Well, enjoy yourself.
All right.
All right, dude.
All right, dude.
Yeah, all right, dude. Have some fun, man. I don't want to bring your head down while you're, you know, the guy, listen, the guy's on heroin. He's having a great time. Why should we bring his head down?
How much does it cost?
Yeah, how much is that little teaspoon? Do you have a teaspoon? Do you have a set of works yet?
Yeah.
How'd you get that? Does the heroin dealer give that to you?
No, you got to buy it.
You got to buy works?
Where do you get that?
Same place you get the stuff.
Oh, no kidding. Like, you go to the heroin guy and you go, hey, listen, like, where can I get some works?
Yeah.
You know, because let me see what works are. A teaspoon, a lighter, and that little rubber thing you tie around your arm?
No, it's just a needle.
Oh, that's all you got is a needle?
Yeah.
Do you use the same needle over and over again?
Yeah.
Don't you have to have a syringe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he means, I guess.
All right.
What about that thing? What's the thing you tie?
The tourniquet.
The tourniquet. What do you tie off with?
Nothing.
Oh, you can see.
You don't need it. Your veins are still good.
You're very vascular.
Yeah.
Right. You can see your veins right through the skin.
Yeah.
So the first time you shot up was when?
I guess about a year ago.
Oh yeah, and who taught you how to do that? Because you got to know how to do it.
A friend of mine.
Did he inject you, or did you inject yourself?
Nah, he did.
Yeah. And now you figured out how to do it on your own?
He died when he did his.
What'd you say?
He died after he did his.
Really?
Yeah.
Lucky you didn't.
I know.
Yeah, but that's the best thing about heroin. You know, you'll see somebody die, and you'll take some more.
Yeah. Well, it must be good.
I know it's good if you'll do that.
Are you gay?
No.
Yeah.
Hell no.
You might be soon.
You might be. That stuff will make you do anything.
You might have to start turning tricks.
No, I don't.
Listen, if you do, I might want to give you a ride home one night and help you out.
What corner will you be
if you get in trouble.
Yeah, all right.
So you were there when your friend died, like he shot up and then he keeled over?
Yeah.
Right after he shot up.
Easy, dude. Easy with the language.
Hey now.
Your friend shot up right in front of you, and then he went thump. He keeled over and died.
Yep.
And then you, and then you just were high. So did you have to call the cops?
Yeah. I got a couple neighbors around the corner, and they called the cops. And
did you get in trouble?
No.
You got out of there.
What happened? They asked me if I shot him up. I was like, no, he shot me up.
Right.
Oh.
And
they took your word for that.
Yeah, I guess.
What'd your parents say when they heard about all this?
I didn't know.
That's cool.
So they still don't know you do heroin?
Yeah.
Well, they'll know. Once he starts... Oh, they do know.
Yeah, OD'd a couple times.
Oh, you OD'd a couple of times.
But you're not very good at it. I mean, you've done it 5 times and you OD'd already?
Yeah.
Dude, why don't you talk to some professional about how to do it?
Yeah, sure.
Like, who would that be? Where do you call? Is
Keith
that
Richards?
Page?
Call Keith Richards.
Yeah, I mean, like, there are guys who took heroin for years. They never OD'd once.
I don't know that Keith Richards didn't OD.
I don't know, man. I mean, this guy's done it 5 times. And what, do you want to die or something? I guess you do, huh?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I guess you don't care. Well, I guess that's the best way to go out if you're going to die.
Yeah, be happy.
Well, okay, douchebag. What can I tell you? I mean, not everyone's meant for this world, I guess. Not everyone can handle it.
I mean, it's so wild, because somebody once told me, crack must be very good, too.
Yeah.
Because somebody once told me a story about someone they knew who they were in a crack house.
Yeah.
And they had just done crack.
Yeah.
And a guy died. You know, he just fell on the ground, had a seizure, and died. And everybody scattered, but this guy stayed to go through his pockets to see if he had any more crack.
And he got his crack.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah. So did you go through your friend's clothing to see if you had any more heroin?
No.
Oh, well, that was good.
So you only got one needle, so you have to keep using the same needle over and over again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All told later, so.
Right.
Later.
Do you ever share your needle?
No.
I love the, and heroin addicts, they always say, now remember, you can't share your work.
Yeah, right. That's funny.
Oh, man.
All right, dude, I got to go, man.
All right, Howard.
All right, you'll be dead soon.
All right.
All right, bye.
All right,
That's talking to you. He will be dead soon. That guy wants to die. He wants to die,
And a
though.
mess.
So let him go. One less guy in the world. Who cares?
But, it's really funny because, people on heroin are so crazy. Sometimes, you know how they got to draw the blood and make sure they're in the vein to shoot that stuff in? If they don't shoot it all the way in, they get too high before it all goes in. Somebody will take the needle right out of their arm and stick it into their own arm with their blood in it.
Ugh, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, it's terrible.
Come on, I don't want to talk about it, man. I'm trying to.
Truly.
Yeah, I'm trying to work into a Monday. We got to take a break. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, Stephen Hasselhoff from Baywatch. Baywatch. Yeah. You're listening to the Howard Stern Show. My favorite.
We're back. Howard Stern Show.
Yeah. Now you're rocking, baby. Mia Farrow's coming in, which I'm pretty excited about because, first of all, I never figured she'd come in. She's promoting her book. I read it over the weekend. It's real good. And Woody Allen is a sick prick. That's all I can tell you. That's what I got out of the book. And Mia, I always thought she's part of that crowd that hates me, so that's why I dig that she's coming in. She's part of that intellectual, fancy schmancy crowd.
She probably did hate you.
Yeah.
One time.
Yeah, but she's in the movie Private Parts. For those of you who saw the movie Private Parts and didn't sit through the credits, you never got to see Mia Farrow, but she has a really cool scene in the movie. Except it happens during the credits, and some people actually walked out. They didn't realize there was more movie.
Yeah.
So there you go. And plus, I've always had a little crush on Mia. But I have a whole bunch of theories after reading that book I got to ask her about. It's a pretty wild book. She wrote it herself, too, which is good. I kind of admire that. She didn't have like a ghostwriter or something. And hey, you know what happened on Friday? Marla Maples Trump and Donald Trump
announced that they're splitting up.
Yeah, they announced that they're having some kind of divorce. And I heard every theory that, Donald bought the Miss Universe pageant and therefore his wife was hosting it and he was afraid no one was going to watch it. So they'd stage this whole divorce proceeding so that the ratings
would
will
really
go up.
go through with the divorce.
Yeah, because it'd be cool. But the truth of the matter is he's got a lot of money and lots of chicks and he basically couldn't stand her.
I read one thing that said they've been split for a year.
Yeah, he hasn't been hanging around with her for the longest time, and I don't think he could really stand her or her family. Her family.
But I have a problem with it.
Let me just finish the sentence for one second. Her family was a bunch of rubes, from Georgia, according to what I read in the paper, and everywhere she went, like the Beverly Hillbillies, she would travel around with
had
them.
the whole family with her.
And it made him nuts. And I guess he got married because guys do silly things.
Now, here's the deal.
Yeah.
I read this one thing, and I said, this makes sense to me. He was into her body.
Yeah.
And she was into his money.
Right.
All right?
Yeah.
That was the deal. That's why they got married.
Okay.
You know, I mean, he hung out with her there. You know, she got rid of Ivana for him. She hung in there. She didn't leave when the money left.
Right.
He felt he owed her.
Right.
For doing that, so he married her after she got pregnant somehow.
Yeah. Hey, he didn't want to leave her.
And the whole point was, well, that was the deal. She had the body, he had the money. It was a trade-off. Now that he's tired of the body, does he get to keep all the money?
Yeah, sure. He has a
I don't
prenup.
like that deal.
Well, then
somehow women are losing in these prenuptials.
Not really. I'd say anybody who came into a marriage with zero and walks out with $5 million is in pretty good shape.
They don't say it'll be $5 million, though. They say it could be 1 to 5.
Well, she's an idiot. But he knew that. Got her to sign that agreement. Don't sign those agreements. I guess that's the moral
Yeah, but
to the
you have
story.
no leverage when you have nothing.
Yeah, well, hey. That's why it's fun to be rich. I guess.
I figure if the woman's giving up the body, the man ought to give up the money.
Well, he had already had the body. He could have gotten anybody's body. So she had a nice ride.
She pulled the okey doke. She got him to do the whole ring thing.
Yeah. Well, she got something out of it. We know her name now.
We got to change the rules back to if you marry, it's 50-50.
Yeah. Well, then these poor women will never get them to marry
At
him.
least we won't have this ruse going on.
She got $5 million more than most of the girls who sleep with Trump get. Look at it that way. If you want to have a happy ending.
Oh man! I looked at that. I said she gave up the body.
And she's kind of kooky too, because this New York Post reporter came up to her over the weekend and said, "Hey, honey, what do you think of what's going on? Do you have a comment for us?" And she threw a hissy fit. She started screaming and yelling at the reporters. If I was her, I'd be happy somebody was talking to me.
Well, it hasn't occurred to her yet.
Yeah.
That the gravy train is about to stop.
Yeah.
That nobody's going to want to talk to her when she's the ex-missus.
Yeah, they actually say that she was on Saturday driving around in a limousine coming out of Trump Tower and the whole thing. She had it pretty good. And now all of a sudden she's, I think she should be happy to talk to a reporter. That 15 minutes is going away soon. That 15 minutes of fame.
I guess he had to get rid of her because of the doubling of the money.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was after this 5 years or something.
I saw in the paper that LL Cool J, the rap star, bought $64,000 worth of audio equipment at Sam Ash in Forest Hills. I'm just wondering, what could you buy for $64,000? I bought stereo equipment.
You buy top of the line everything.
Yeah, wow. I mean, I'd like to know the laundry list of stuff that he bought.
But, there's equalizers that cost,
Really?
$5,000-$6,000.
I guess, man. God. This is Debbie, ex-cop.
Yes, good morning, Howard.
Yeah, now what is this? You have Eddie Murphy information?
Yes, I do.
Now,
this is Eddie Murphy Information Center.
Evidently.
This is an Eddie Murphy fact.
All right, let me hear.
Okay, I'm a retired police officer and a New York City police officer, and this is going back almost 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
One of our posts was on 43rd and 8th Avenue.
Right.
And on that specific street, at least at that time, you had quite a few transvestites. That was a big hangout. There was one bar there. I don't know if I can mention the name.
You don't have to mention the name.
Yeah, okay. Well, it was there, and this was a big to-do. And every Friday night, consecutively for over a year, this big limo would pull up on the corner.
Yeah.
And he'd roll down his window, always say hello, very polite. He was in the back. He'd pick out you, and you. Meet me at the Hilton. Zip, drive off. This went on consecutively, and we didn't know what it was about. And
no, wait a second. You were a cop at the time, and you didn't know what it was about?
Well, yeah, I mean, he would talk to these people. We figured it was just, he knew these people for whatever reason. Who knows? I mean,
Wait a second. Let me get this straight. You're telling me you're a police officer. I'm just trying to understand this story.
Right.
And and you're claiming you saw Eddie Murphy pull up every Friday night and say to whores.
Pull up at least when I was on
and say to whore. These were whores.
No, transvestites.
Oh, just transvestite, but they weren't whores.
So they weren't prostitutes.
Right. So he would go. So he would say to the transvestite, you, and you, meet me at the Hilton.
Yeah, and I thought maybe it was on a level that maybe he knew some of them from show. Who knows? I mean, some of them really do look like women. We didn't question it.
Right.
But we got friendly with a lot of them. You can't help but get friendly when they're the only ones out there at 2:00 in the morning.
Right.
And we asked them about it. I said, what's the deal with this? And they said he loves transvestites. His theory is he loves chicks with dicks.
Really?
Yes.
Well,
but did they say they had sex with him, or did they say they just rode around with him?
Apparently, one. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't go any further with it because a lot of times they, a lot of them can make up stories. But they were saying how they would have parties in the room. They did specifically say in the Hilton also. They said they would pick out a couple of guys, and he loved it.
Well, let me say something. First of all, this is all hearsay, and I said to Robin, once this story came out, now you'd start hearing 10 billion different stories.
Right, well, but we did see him. He would pull up, and he did talk to them. Yes, that's fact. I saw him.
You would testify to this in a court of law.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's going to be a big trial. Wow.
But that doesn't, like I said, I mean, when you talk to somebody, that
Jackie, all the years you knew Eddie, did you ever hear any of this?
I never heard any. I don't even remember hearing this 10 years ago.
Right.
Really?
I heard he was crazy about girls, and I knew they had wild parties, but that was before he got married. I mean, I'm not protecting him. I just never heard this stuff.
Right, well, a lot of them...
Then again, I mean, when you realize...
a lot of them really do look like girls.
Yeah, then when you think about it, Jackie wouldn't really be privy to anything.
Because Jackie wasn't in any inner circle.
But you'd think that rumors would get around.
Yeah, that's true.
I just don't see him having to go... he can have his choice of women.
So if you knew all this, how come you never, told anybody before?
Well, it went around. People would...
Right.
But, I mean, nobody,
Nobody cared.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you always see odd things anyway in that kind of a job, so you really never questioned it.
Yeah.
And, but he did pull up quite a few times.
Right, and they weren't prostitutes.
Oh,
so.
no, a lot of them did look like women, though, I have to honestly say.
Yeah, but he must have known they were guys.
It was a regular transsexual.
Well, if he didn't then, I'm sure he found out.
Yeah, well, up at the Hilton he probably found out.
He sure did.
Yeah.
Because some of them are really, I hate to say, some of them are really beautiful.
Yeah.
They really look like women. I worked with one of my partners was in love with
Let's be honest, a lot of them are better looking than most women.
You know what? She just said one of her partners fell in love with one.
Yeah. Dad, that must have gone over big on the police force.
Well, we used to talk about, where I used to always ask them where they got their clothing. They had the greatest outfits and boots. Oh.
Yeah, they go to Patricia Fields. That's where they go to get that stuff.
They had a great lingerie outfit and clothes, everything.
Yeah, and you said, hey, wait a second, I'm a girl and I don't look that good.
Right, and I don't know where to find
it. It was depressing.
Yeah, I mean, women hate that.
Well, my biggest thing is I wanted to know how they hid being that they still had the genitals.
They tuck them.
How did they, that was my thing. Where did you put it? Because, I mean, these were skin-tight jeans, skin-type...
They tuck it. It's very painful.
Is it painful? I was going to ask you. I mean, is that arousing or painful?
Well, I had to do it once when I dressed up in drag, and what you do is you tuck everything back. I know a lot of transsexuals. Or transvestites.
And it hurts?
Yeah.
Because they'll sit there and cross their legs and stuff like women.
They don't care. They want to look like women so bad, they don't care that it hurts.
And they don't care that it hurts.
Yeah.
But they said they didn't want to give that up because they said they had the best of both worlds. That was their quote.
Right. Well, they don't want to give up some sensation. I mean, when they get rid of that, there's no sensation anymore.
Yeah, we learned that when these women cut off their penises and go the full plunge and try to become real women, they never have any sensation down there. It's almost like getting just castrated. And those fake vaginas these doctors make suck.
Well, anyway, I thought I'd share that with you.
All right.
And that is fact.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, so far we have learned
nothing.
Eddie Murphy would pull up in a limo and talk to transsexuals.
Who knows if we even learned that?
She said it was him.
Well,
I'm taking the law's word for it.
Who knows who she is? Oh, yeah. She could have just been released from a mental hospital. You don't know.
Thinks she's a police officer.
Yeah, but, hey, the bottom line is the dude was picked up with a she in his car.
Hey, now.
And it's kind of a hard stretch to make that he was driving this person home.
Hey, now.
It's a lame excuse. It just doesn't fly that good. When you think about it.
No.
Woof.
I mean, this is Eddie Murphy. Why does he pull over to talk to anybody?
Because he's the man.
At 4:45 in the morning.
Because maybe he's a superhero and he needs to help people.
What time was his call? That's what
I don't know. It sounds to me like...
on that movie set.
It sounds to me... Usually it's early, but it sounds to me like he hadn't gone to bed yet. Oh, man. That's just... I don't know what the hell's going on, man. It's just too wild.
Love having you with us.
It's one of those things I just can't figure out. Oh, by the way, we'll be talking to Sam Kinison today. That's right.
Isn't he dead?
Yeah, it don't make a difference on this show. We'll be talking to Sam about a bunch of things, so stay tuned for that. Mia Farrow's coming in, too, because Because she digs me because I'm one of the few people who's willing to come out against goddamn Woody Allen. Boy, is he a freak. You got to read her book, man. It's just, I can't wait to get a hold of her and ask her about the freaky things I read about this guy. You're not going to believe. It's just, I give up on him.
I don't. You got to get a signal light.
Yeah, I do.
He's not looking at you.
I know.
You're listening to the man who made Dial Mattress what it is today, Howard Stern.
This is eating into my drinking time.
It's the Howard Stern Show.
Mia Farrow coming by today. Sam Kinison calling in. Hey, I want to play our song. It's a queef. It's a queef.
Queef. Beautiful queef. Beautiful queef, queef. Beautiful queef. Beautiful queef, queef, queef.
You got to hear that, man. We had a show on Friday. It was unbelievable where these women came in and passed wind through their most intimate of areas, and we made a song out of it.
Amazing.
I song now because I love it so much.
I still get that image out of my head.
No one can get that out of their head, especially the girl standing on her head making these noises. We had 4 women lined up here in the studio, and they created this song spontaneously. Give it a listen. It's a queef, of course, based on one of my favorite songs, It's a Gas,
yes.
from Mad Max.
Remake, if you will.
Yeah, it's great. Okay, let's see. Now we got to get this thing rolling. It's never easy.
Ooh. I think this is the worst one.
Is this the last one? I can't tell.
That's the free-for-all. All of them. This is it.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh, my God. Wow, that doesn't stop, does it?
Oh, my goodness.
It's like a herd of elephants after dinner.
Another part of your body.
What'd you say, Robin?
I said, unlike air passing through another part of your body, you can't just suck it in and then let it out. So you have no control. This could go on forever.
Think Mia Farrow can do that?
I doubt it.
Oh, man. I love that. Hey, you know, just because I like to get credit for everything I've ever developed in my entire career, I was watching Saturday Night Live about 2 weeks ago, and Norm Macdonald was doing my Larry King bit that I did on Channel 9 for years. So
now, do you think he remembered it from there, or that he was just inspired all of it?
Oh, sure. Norm's a thief. Don't you know that? He was inspired. So anyway, they had him sitting at the typewriter like I used to do. I can't show it to you visually, but I can play it for you. You want to hear a little of that?
Sure.
This is Channel 9, 1980-something. I don't know. Whenever we did that show. Did we do it in the 80s or in the 90s?
89.
Yeah.
89.
89, 90.
All right. Here's a little bit of Larry King from the Channel 9 show.
Welcome to the Larry King Show. Now, here's Larry King.
Good evening, this is Larry King. How are you? Women in the entertainment business who sing, act, and read scripts. If you want to be in showbiz, you'll meet 3 women who have done it all, baby. 3 of the prettiest little monkeys you'll ever meet. Tonight, 3 young starlets, and I mean hot starlets.
Where's the Baba Booey, get in here. This isn't the one. He is retarded. I don't even think Baba Booey listens to this stuff when I ask for it. He's an idiot. Gary, where's the one where I'm doing...
The column.
I don't want that. What are you doing? You're completely out of sync with me.
You did it twice on the Channel 9 show, twice.
Yeah. Which one do you think I want? The one that's completely visual with the Kielbasa Queen?
Well, the other one's with John Stamos and some other people, too.
Where's the one where I'm reading the headlines? I do a whole bit where I'm just reading headlines. I did that on Channel 9.
I think it's coming up on this one.
Okay, well, why don't you go find that for later? I can't be smooth on this show. Just put everything we ever did on that tape, and I'll just play the whole Channel 9 years. Good job. That's my producer. God, I have to explain everything 27 times. He gets mad at me because I explain stuff to him over and over and over again.
Always, I got it.
Yeah,
but he don't got it.
He don't got nothing. I mean, please, give me a break. We'll have that for you in a minute, okay? I'm sorry. I just really apologize. I'm trying to be smooth, and I can't. Yeah, hi, you're on the air. Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hey.
Yeah, Howie, how you doing? Long time fan.
Thank you.
Since 84, NBC.
Right.
You got me through some really great times, man. Really tough times, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Look, I just want to confirm what that cop was talking about Mr. Murphy there.
How do you know?
I've been telling people this for years, and no one will believe me. I used to drive a cab in the night shift during the late 80s. Okay, and I've seen Eddie numerous times. He owns several Corvettes. He owns a Rolls Royce or two, and I've seen him with various TVs or transvestites, if you will, in his car. And I've seen him cruising around the areas which they frequent, 43rd Street.
How could this stuff not have come out before, if that's the case? I don't understand.
Why would everybody know it, and yet nobody wrote about it?
I mean, the cops know about it, the cab drivers, and you know how people squeal on everybody and always call the Inquirer and the Globe. How come this stuff never came out?
Let's call Mike Walker and ask him why he doesn't...
Hey, Gary, get Mike Walker on the phone.
Have the story on in his paper.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it.
Because now they'll write it.
Right.
But we already know.
But your Mike will say he knew for years.
I knew for years, but no one would believe me because Eddie's, you know, he's a good-looking black actor. Okay, he's successful. Nobody wants to tarnish his image, and I can understand people keeping him.
Well, I think today everybody wants to tarnish everybody's image.
The president's not safe.
Yeah.
Why should Eddie Murphy get a break?
Well, well, at that time in the late 80s, you know, he was on a roll. He was a powerful...
I guess there was nothing they could prove, really, just because some cab driver says, hey, I saw Eddie Murphy.
Wouldn't you think, I mean, transsexuals always need money.
Yeah.
Howie, 90% of the TVs in New York know of this.
Yeah, but listen to me. Listen to me.
Been with him.
You own the Inquirer, right? A transvestite comes up to you and says, hey, I was just in a room with Eddie Murphy staring at my feet. And they go, do you have any proof? And they go, well, no. And they go, well, we're not going to print that. We don't want to get sued.
But what about those girls that wind up in the paper? You know, just not too long ago, one of the tabloids had a story about a woman who claimed to be one of the Friends guys' girlfriend for a couple of years, and she's talking about all the sex she had with him.
Well, because that's probably documented over a period of years. You know what I mean? A transvestite...
I didn't see any pictures.
Well, she probably does have pictures. She probably could prove it. She probably has enough witnesses that she was with him. You know, I mean, if she was a girlfriend for all those years.
Yeah, but if Eddie's been frequenting transsexuals for a number of years, obviously other I mean, the people who were standing around when he rolled down his window and he said, I'll take you,
I don't know.
you and you.
I can't figure it out. That's what I'm saying. Although I tell you, man, Eddie's excuse sounded really lame. I'm driving around trying to help people at 4 o'clock in the morning in a whore district.
Now he's laughing in the paper. He says, I can't believe this made the headlines. If I was going to do this woman or person, I would have pulled over in some dark alley.
Yeah.
The cops didn't arrest me because I was just driving. He's sticking by the story that he was just helping out.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
The reason I'm doing this is twofold.
Did you tell John that the transvestites used to explain what Eddie's genitals look like?
Give me a second and I'll tell you about that. But the reason I'm doing this is twofold. One, because no one believes me. Two, because I was pulled over to him on 57th Street one time about 3, 4 in the morning. And I held up a pad and pen, and I just wanted to run over and get his autograph. He blew me off like I was some sort of a peasant.
You should have been dressed as a woman.
And I never...
Eddie would have signed it.
You know what, Eddie? Never turned down an autograph.
Especially from a cab driver who's a witness.
Especially when you're picking up TVs.
And what did the transvestite say about Eddie's genitals?
But I did pick up this Hispanic transvestite that hangs out in the Bronx, and... he or she or it told me
that
Eddie, how low Eddie is hung, if it is low at all, and
if it well, tell me.
Is it low?
I was told
8 inches on the curve. Yes.
And that one time Eddie had this person's legs pinned back and was ready to do him or it like it was a woman. And I just wanted to share that with you.
All right. Well, it doesn't mean it's true. Thank you.
No. Sure.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, just in Eddie's defense, just now everyone is going to come out of the woodwork.
Right. I mean, and people will make up stories at this point.
Right. So you don't know what's truth and what's
fiction.
What's fiction, right?
Oh, my.
All I know is, man, it's funny.
It is.
It is funny, man.
Well, it's funny for us.
Yeah.
I don't think Dr. Doolittle is laughing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you know, Betty Thomas, who directed my movie, is now directing Eddie and Dr. Doolittle, and I was so tempted to call her this week, and I was just sitting around, I was just dying to call her, and I said, you know what, that ain't right, because Betty and I have vowed that we will stay in touch with one another, and we do speak. But I knew if I called this weekend, it would have been, like, wrong.
But you know what? I'm just thinking that both of the people who are, you know, majorly responsible for private parts are now embroiled in these major headline scandals.
Don't blame me. You know, I was the only guy who wasn't involved in a scandal during the film.
Yeah, the safest thing they ever did was work with you.
Yeah. Because Ivan used to say during the filming of my movie, he says, now, you and your wife aren't going to get a divorce during this movie, are you? Or you're not going to go cheat, are you? I said, no, I'm going to try and keep it in my pants at least through the filming of the movie and through the promotion. Because the whole movie was based on me being faithful, but I said, you know, it's getting harder and harder every day.
Right, and now he's got that Anne Haight who's going to be in a romantic movie with Harrison Ford directed by him.
Yeah.
Who's running around screaming, I'm a lesbo, I'm a lesbo.
And then you got Eddie getting picked up with guys.
Yeah, Betty's over there trying to make a children's film.
Yeah. Maybe Eddie's trying to make everyone forget about Ellen DeGeneres. And,
Dr. Transsexual.
Yeah, Dr. Transsexual. That'd be cool if he turned the animals into women. Male animals into women.
Oh,
yeah. Whatever, man. Eddie Murphy's still a funny man, and whether he likes boys or girls will not affect our ability to laugh.
This is the question. Will he still be funny for all the right reasons?
No. Wonder what Joe Piscopo has to say. Hey, according to Eddie, man, this is the first time anything like this ever happened. He was just trying to help the guy out. The guy was stuck on the street.
Don't help anybody. You're Eddie Murphy. But I'm also reading in the paper that this guy at the newsstand says Eddie stops by there a lot at night.
There you go.
Wait a minute. You just hit on a premise there.
Right.
Did he think he was helping a guy or a girl?
I think he's saying he thought it was a girl.
Yeah, he says he didn't know it was a guy. He says he thought it was picking up a beautiful Hawaiian woman.
Yeah, what's he doing that for if he's a married man?
Hates to see a damsel in distress.
I guess. Yeah, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, how you doing?
Okay.
All right, listen, the big question here is, how big is the boner?
Anytime there's misfortune, Jackie is happy.
Let me tell you, man.
I'm happy. It gives you an hour and a half worth of material, but I'm happy.
Hey.
Jackie's so happy.
Let me tell you, going back, I used to work at the White House Inn on Hicksville Road, Massapequa, with Jackie knows, back in the mid-'70s.
Hey, all I know is it never happened for me, but at least I'm not getting picked up.
What I would have heard.
And when we that's where, you know, that's where Saturday Night Live picked up Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
And he was into feet then. Let me tell you. I know back then he used to...
Now everybody's coming out of the woodwork.
Now he's a foot fetishist.
This is going back to like 74, 75. He used to be in an act where they used to do the identical triplets. Jackie can verify it.
Right, that was with Billy Crystal.
Well, we know that.
Yeah.
What's that got to do with feet?
He was into feet then, man, because I was trying to break in then, and this guy was really, really weird.
Yeah, hello, Howard. I just want to say that I knew Eddie Murphy 10 years ago when he was a mass murderer. He killed like 17 people, and now it's finally coming out.
He buried them with their feet sticking out of the ground.
What he would do is cut off their feet and eat them. eat the feet and then throw out the rest of the body. At least Ted Nugent, when he makes the kill, drinks the urine and everything else.
Eddie was into pickled people feet.
Yeah.
I like them toes. Hey now. Hey, listen. One other thing. I'm going to be in a pub.
Who cares? Yeah.
He was the bartender at the White House, and he knew Eddie was into Pete, just none of the comics know.
Yeah, right. Well, he was
and he has nothing to substantiate that story.
I knew Eddie was into
I could just look at him and see he was into feet.
There was a time I was tending bar, and Eddie would stare at my feet for several hours, and made me quite uncomfortable. I'd never come forward before.
He was undressing my feet.
Yeah. There was a time where I had to take my shoes off because my feet were hurting me, and Eddie kept staring at them, and I just wanted everyone to know that.
Sitting on the story for 20
He
years.
was really weird.
Yeah, look.
Now, how weird does it make you if you want to see transsexuals' feet?
Very weird.
Because, I mean, at least go have sex and don't stare at their feet. That's,
yeah,
you know,
it's one thing to want to worship a woman's feet, but a man who dresses like a woman?
Woof.
No.
There's a category.
That's being way out there.
A lot of explaining to do. Eddie's probably going to call in later in the show, I'm sure, and want to explain all this.
We'll be back.
We'll be back with the Howard Stern Show in a moment.
Howard.
Set and begin. We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
And Jackie Penthouse Joe Page Martling recording CD number 3 at Club Benet in Sayreville, New Jersey, Saturday night, May 17th. His Filthy Joke CDs and cassettes are only $12 plus $4 shipping and handling. Buy 2, get 1 free. Call 1-800-323-KING for information and jokes. Visit JackieJokeman.com. JackieJokeman.com.
His absolutely filthy.
Now because...
Filthy joke.
Yes, because this is a miracle, this show, because I can do just about anything due to the miracle that is the power of this radio show. I'm going to now contact the life form known as Sam Kinison. We've spoken to him before.
He's dead, so it's got to be just an energy.
He's a life force, life force known as Sam Kinison. He is being connected to us. We lay the phone wire right on his grave. And because of the rain this weekend, we're going to have a very good connection, I think.
The water's a good conductor.
That's right. The water is a great conductor. He is in hell, as you know. Sam did not make it to heaven.
So then you know all about the afterlife. There is a hell.
Evidently there is. Oh, Sam, come in. Sam?
Hello, Sam. Howard.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing, man?
Howard, it's Sam Kinison.
Yeah.
You know what amazes me is Sam doesn't even, there's no weakness, he doesn't have any trouble getting through.
Oh, no.
I always have the buzz on. The buzz makes me a little bit lubricated, and it helps you get through a little bit.
I see.
Hey, Sam, it's good to...
Long time no speak, man. How you doing?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you okay.
Oh, good. Okay, all right, good. I didn't know. Sam, we have limited time because... we always lose the phone connection, and we miss you so much. But let me just rush into it because I have a million questions for you because I miss you. I mean, you're always up on current events.
Sure.
All right, we just miss your take on things. So let me get right to it. I don't mean to cut you off with the niceties.
Small talk.
No small talk. What do you make of this John Benet Ramsey case?
Oh, John Benet, man. I actually just got done talking to little John Benet.
You just
She's with you?
Yeah, she's down there. Cute little kid, man. She's real sweet, man. I mean, that whole thing is a tragedy. That thing is a bigger tragedy than Jackie the Joke Man's career,
Now, look, good. I'm glad you're up on current events. No need to attack Jackie. Hey, what about Ellen?
You telling me John Benet's in hell?
That's what he just said. What about Ellen DeGeneres?
Oh, Ellen DeGeneres, yeah. Yeah, this girl's a lesbian. Boy, there's a big surprise, huh? There's a joke running around down in hell right now. You can take Helen Keller, throw her in her trunk, all right? Throw her in her trunk, put her at the bottom of the ocean, and even she'd be sitting there going, hey, who's the partner on her?
You're saying everybody knew that Ellen was gay.
Oh, come on, man. She actually almost blew her face off once chewing on a Farrah Fawcett blow-up doll. Oh, man.
You mean the Farrah Fawcett blow-up doll almost exploded in her face?
Almost exploded in her face.
I
Horrible
see.
tragedy.
Now, what about... I see. All right, listen to me. Did those Heaven's Gates people end up down there with you? Because, I mean, God could not possibly have wanted those people in heaven.
Oh, well, God, you know, Marshall Applewhite. Does that guy look like he's a gay porno star or what?
Yeah.
Hey, David Koresh makes fun of this guy. You know, the thing about Marshall Applewhite, the thing I love about this guy looks like the kind of guy that would be wearing hot pants in the men's room at a Star Trek convention going, oh, I'm a nasty Spock, I'm a nasty Spock.
Now, what about Jackie Robinson? How's he?
Jackie's pissed.
Why?
He's down there.
Oh, man, he's pissed. Satan screwed this guy bad.
What did he do?
Well, he's the janitor down here in hell.
Oh!
Jackie Robinson is a janitor in hell?
They haven't broken the racial barrier down here in hell. I mean, he's sitting there running around going, Jesus, when I was alive, I was one of the greatest baseball players that ever lived. I can't even know what the water fountain. Oh, you dags.
So there's no
man, I tell you, life sucks, death sucks. It doesn't get any better down here, folks. Don't expect anything special.
All right, now listen, Sam, you take it easy now.
No, it's okay.
All right, so far...
Take it easy, man. I know how pissed you get sometimes. You throw these little freaking tantrums where you can't even get one freaking cup of hot water from Grillo. You know, you throw these little pussy tantrums going, I don't want it from the microwave. I want it boiled. I want it boiled.
Sam, enough inside humor. Let me talk about something else. Talk about my beautiful, sweet Robin.
Oh, Robin. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. That's the only regret about dying, man. I never got a chance to ride between those luscious brown melons.
You liked Robin, right?
Oh, do I like Robin? Are there any Jews in show business? Come on. Here's your head, buddy.
I miss you, Sam. I just hope you can find some happiness.
You know, it's weird. I don't like the food here. You know, the weather's a bitch. But, you know, I'm happier than Tiger Woods' dad down here, man. I'm having a great time.
Did you meet any of the 39 cult members who killed themselves?
Oh, screw these A.O.s, man. These guys were dicks, man. They chop off their nuts, right?
Right.
Chop off their nuts before they get to this pleasure palace, you know?
Yeah.
I met some real stupid bastards in my life, man. But these guys are some stupid bastards.
Let me review here for a second. So far we learned that everyone knew Ellen DeGeneres was a dyke, even Helen Keller, and she blew her face off chewing on a Farrah Fawcett doll.
That's a great education, isn't it?
Right. And then we learned that Jackie Robinson is a janitor in hell, and he can't even drink from the white people's water fountain.
And Jackie's career is a tragedy. We
learned that. We learned a lot. And we learned that all of the Hale Bob people were castrated.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, these guys are jerks, man. I wanted to tell them. I said, man, you should have brought the balls you cut off. I could use a couple spare ones, man. I need some women down here. I need a woman. I need a slut. I'm in hell. Oh.
Sam, I'm losing you. Goodbye.
I love you, Howard.
All right, Sam. There he goes, Robin. So little time with Sam Kinison.
It's, you know, it just whets your appetite just enough to remind you how wonderful he was.
He was a great man. He could ad-lib with the best of them.
Jeez. Went too soon.
Only he'd stick to the script. All right.
Oh, stop it. You know, Sam never stuck to a script. What do you expect?
You craft these lines and, I don't know.
Yeah, they're masterpieces, I'm sure.
He's a character, all right. Hey, you know, here's something wild. I mean, there's a million wild things that go on just over the course of days, and I try to bring them all to you.
How do you get the script to Sam in hell?
No, don't ask. Don't ask for specifics. This is wild. This came out. Somebody just faxed this to me. I guess this came out this week in something called the Weekly World News. Everyone's read it. Don't tell me you don't read the Inquirer, and don't tell me you don't read the Globe, and don't tell me you don't read the Weekly World News. But this is unbelievable. I'd love to get this reporter on the phone. His name is Lesky Pinson, who is a reporter for the Weekly World News.
Who knew there were real reporters for the Weekly World News?
Well, listen to this. This is unbelievable. You got to pay attention. Weekly World News reporter in critical condition after attack by snake. Now, this report, listen to this. Weekly World News reporter Lesky Pinson is in critical but stable condition in a South American hospital after being attacked by a 14-foot-long boa constrictor while on assignment in Venezuela. Now, you're saying, well, Howard, that isn't so wild. Listen to the next paragraph, okay? Pinson, 37 years old, and there's a picture of him right here, was traveling to a tiny village outside Elorza to investigate reports of a tribe of savages who worship a faded photograph of American shock jock Howard Stern.
Come on.
Honest to God, that's what it says. You believe this?
Oh, come on. What would a bunch of savages be doing with a photograph?
Unfortunately, well, obviously somebody left it there. Unfortunately, Pinson never made it to the assignment.
Oh, darn. We're not going to find out about this great story.
My photographer and I were walking through some heavy brush when all of a sudden I was sinking into the thick muck, Pinson recalled. I darted off in one direction to get out of it, but further I went, the deeper it got, and then the snake came along. According to a guide and photographer, Arcalis Yanez, who was on solid ground, the snake quickly pulled Pinson under. And there's actual pictures of Pinson and the snake. It's a true story. They never got to follow up and find out whether or not these savages are worshiping my picture out there. But if that is true, I am planning on going on safari. I am going to go.
You could be God coming to your people.
This is finally coming true. This is finally coming true.
You're going to be like Marlon Brando in Apocalypse Now.
I'm going to have these mutants following me around. Pygmies.
Oh, that's funny.
I am a god in Africa.
That sounds like Venezuela, Howard. That's not Africa.
No, Venezuela, it says. Yeah, right. Whatever. Same thing. Primitives. Can you imagine if one of my press photos has been dropped off? For some reason, somebody, a fan or a reporter or somebody, dropped a photo of me. These barely human savages find it and begin to worship my picture.
Why do they worship you?
Well, because first of all, I look kind of like godly with the long hair and the Jesus
They're
body.
not into the whole Jesus thing.
No, but, you could look at me and go, wow. If you're a savage, you've never seen white people before maybe, and all of a sudden you're seeing this, or maybe it's a picture of me as Fart Man, you don't know.
It would be interesting to see exactly what picture inspired people to worship you.
What a great paragraph. I swear to you, I'm not making this
it's
up.
It's the greatest paragraph in the English language.
It is. This is unbelievable. We're going to try and get a hold of Lesky Pinson.
It sounds like he's in critical condition.
Oh, please. Well, let's call someone.
Please, Lord, let him live.
Devastated.
Time to pray.
Well, let's just call someone at the Weekly World News.
Yeah, because they sent him out on the story.
Because I'll send Stuttering John out to find this guy.
Oh, like if Lesky Pinsky couldn't get there, Stuttering John will.
Well, Stuttering John's going to be stupid and walk into the mud with snakes. You know what I mean? We're going to fly him in. It turns out they're investigating a tribe of savages who worship a faded photograph of American shock jock Howard Stern. Can you imagine?
That's amazing.
That is amazing. Now, here's something even more amazing,
You're
if you can imagine. I am a god. I knew I'd be God one day to somebody.
That's great.
That is the best. I love it.
The only problem is you have to go there to meet your people.
I know. I know.
Some hot, smelly, insect-infested jungle.
Yeah. Hey, Gary, get the Ku Klux Klan message ready about Tiger Woods. I want to make sure we get to that. Mia Farrow is coming in today. I cannot wait to see her again. The last time I saw her was when we were making the movie Private Parts.
Yes, I've never met her.
Yeah, she's great.
I wasn't there that day. I'd be honored to meet her.
She wrote a book about Woody Allen. I mean, the whole book isn't just about Woody Allen. And in fact,
she did have a life before.
She even said to me, I don't want to come in here and just talk about Woody Allen, but I got to tell you something. I'm going to have to just disregard all of those feelings because I read the book over the weekend, and there were so many screwy things, so many screwball oddities that you cannot believe.
And how old was she when she met him?
She was already, I think, Gary, you read the book too. Would you say she was about 40 or 30, in her late 30s? Something like that.
She met Woody?
Yeah, I would say 40s.
You know what? Yeah.
She didn't really give an age.
She was with him for 12 years, and that was...
Well, who can hear you?
Yeah, he's talking to you like you have a private conversation.
Yeah.
I don't know. Finally,
thank
he
you.
tells the truth.
I don't know is the appropriate answer. He's off to the side screaming out something. Here's something even more unbelievable, and I love this. I love this. By the way, I just want everyone to know on Sunday I wasted a complete 9 hours and watched every basketball game and even watched some of the hockey game.
Oh, now that's ridiculous.
Did the Rangers beat the Devils?
Yes.
Yeah. 1-up?
Yep.
1-1. Yeah.
So what other basketball games did you watch? I didn't watch any of it.
I watched 3 games, all in a row on Sunday. I watched, let's see, it started out, I can't even remember who I watched. The last game I watched, this is so funny, I could watch all these games. Let's see, the middle game was Detroit and Atlanta.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And Detroit lost that one. I thought Detroit was going to win.
First game is...
Who was it? It was...
First game is Miami, Orlando.
And Miami
game.
won. That's Pat Riley.
The Heat.
Yeah, so Pat Riley's coming to New York to play the Knicks, which will be good.
Yeah.
And the last game was Utah and the Lakers.
Yeah, Utah and the Lakers. And, of course, Shaquille O'Neal isn't as good as everyone says.
No, he's big and fat, and he lumbers around.
Yeah, he doesn't really do that much.
He can't get up and down the court too many times.
And he can't hit any foul shots. He's a really good foul shooter.
It's really funny how he can't hit a foul shot.
The one thing he has is that spin-around shot.
Yeah.
When he's inside.
Yeah. He's not that good, though. I mean, you
but
want
everybody, I suppose, he's young. They expect him to develop.
Yeah, and they'll probably get a better team around him. That's the whole secret. Like, there's this guy, Grant Hill.
Yeah.
Who plays for...
Isn't he on Detroit?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's great.
He's great. They're saying he's the next Michael Jordan and everything, and it freaks him out that they're saying he's the next Michael Jordan and everything because he doesn't want that kind of heavy, responsibility.
Pressure.
But he's real good, and as good as he is, though, he doesn't have that great a team around him, so therefore, even like Michael Jordan, the first 9...
Well, who did Michael Jordan play for before he went to Chicago? Because they didn't do all that well, and he wasn't that great when he first got into
Who did
the
Michael
NBA.
Jordan play for before Chicago?
He's been with Chicago his whole career, but he was
really
college ball in, I think, North Carolina.
Yeah, and the thing was Chicago wasn't that good a team until they put together the right guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they weren't winning all along.
Right.
When he came
as good as he was.
I mean, I think they went to the championship game in college, but when he was in college, nobody knew he was going to be this guy.
Right.
He was good.
Yeah.
He was really good, but nobody knew he was going to be like this.
Yeah, right. He came on strong. They're saying Grant Hill's going to be like that, too. But anyway, so I sat there and watched every basketball game.
Because I keep waiting for Shaquille O'Neal to do something every time I watch one of those Lakers games. And then it becomes a matter of, well, will Shaquille be able to last the whole game?
There was one game I watched, and now they're all a blur. But at one point, there were 3 white guys on one of the teams with just 2 black guys. There was actually more white players on the team. I think it might have been Miami.
Because I watched that game. I don't remember seeing
no, maybe it was the last game I watched. Maybe it was Utah. Yeah, Utah.
That sounds right. Utah
and they had one little skinny white guy who was real good.
I was watching some game the other day. I don't even know what I'm watching. And there was this one white guy. Every time they took him out of the game, the team started to do badly.
Utah has a couple of good white guys.
Uh-huh.
And so does the team. So does Atlanta. Who's that one white guy on Atlanta who's really good? He scored 23 points.
I haven't following him.
His name begins with an S. That's all I remember.
And then there's like a big, Polish-looking guy who
I think
plays
that's
for
who
Utah.
I'm thinking about.
That's Utah.
Yeah.
Ostergasten or
something like that.
Because a lot of Europeans in the league.
Ostergast.
There's a lot of Europeans in the league.
Yeah.
They're white guys, but they're, like Vlade Divac.
The funniest
right.
guy...
They all have weird names.
The funniest guy is Mutombo Matuba. the tall, freakish African guy. If anybody has tape.
I don't know him at all.
If anybody has tape.
Who does he play for?
If anybody has tape of the interview that the guy did yesterday with Ahmad Rashad. Okay? Please get that to me or play it for us over the phone, Robin, when you hear this guy.
Who does he play? I have never heard of him.
He plays for, let's see, with 3 games. I think it was the first game.
No, I think it was in the Atlanta game. Who did Atlanta play again?
It's all a blur to me. I mean, I could watch these games and not know one team from the other.
No, is he from this country?
No, he's from Africa.
And does he have that accent?
He has the accent, but he has a real deep lurch voice.
Really?
And they interviewed him after the game, and he hardly has teeth in his head.
Oh,
and I understand his people worship my photo. So we've got to get tape. The interview that he did with Ahmad Rashad was unbelievable.
That's funny.
He's like, he sounds like Lurch, but with an Uzo accent.
With a really thick accent.
Yeah. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Yes.
Yeah, Howard. What's up?
Nothing. You called me.
Well, you know what? I just want to tell you really don't know what you're talking about when you talk about Shaq. He was, so good.
He wasn't that good yesterday.
Well, you see the calls that the refs were making? They were unbelievable.
Oh, get out.
Everybody always blames the refs.
Oh, Robin, you shut up. Because every time Howard says something, and then you just chime in. You don't even know what you're talking about.
You're absolutely right. I agree. I don't know anything about basketball, but I watched him. I didn't see much.
Yeah, and
don't comment.
Well, she's right. You can't blame the ref because the guy had a lousy game.
If you knew about basketball, you really don't watch it. I watch basketball all the time.
Well, maybe you ought to stop watching basketball and get a job.
Well, maybe I'm at work now, idiot. And I'm so glad your movie is over because that's all you talked about was your movie, and I'm so sick of hearing it.
Well, honey, you could tune out. All I know is all the talking about my movie. We just had the highest ratings everywhere we ever had. So maybe meanwhile, you sat there and listened to me talk about my movie every day because you are my bitch.
No, I didn't.
And you're a transvestite. And why did you go in Eddie Murphy's car? Because you're really a man.
You've been in there.
You're a man.
You've probably.
That's all. Go worship my photo. She's behaving like a savage. Go worship my photo, you beast. Ooga booga.
Oh, Weekly Gary down.
It's one of my worshipers. Oh, man, we got to get somebody down there. Please, Gary, get me the Weekly World News on the phone. A representative. I've got to find out about this unbelievable
I don't know how
story.
you get someone down to that part of Venezuela. The guy got almost eaten by a snake trying to get there.
Well, we're going to get somebody there.
Obviously, you can't fly into the airport of that village.
Well, we're gonna send Tom Chiasana. He could do anything. For some reason, he never dies. Anyway,
nothing can kill him.
Listen to this press release I got from a lawyer. Renowned boxing, sports, and entertainment announcer, celebrity Michael Buffer, you know the guy goes, let's get ready to rumble,
yes,
has filed suit in federal court alleging that Oliver North and Salem Communications violated his service mark because evidently Oliver North started his show with let's get ready to rumble.
And he didn't call Michael first?
Right. Now, evidently, Gary tells me, because he talks to Michael Buffer, that Michael Buffer owns the expression, let's get ready to rumble, and he will sue anybody that uses that.
Wow.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
let's get ready to smell each other's farts!
Listen to
he
this.
own that one, too?
Yeah. Oliver North repeatedly used Buffer's famous service mark and reproduced or replicated his voice without Buffer's authorization or knowledge. Now, how much do you think Michael Buffer is suing for? That's the thing.
Okay, the guy used it repeatedly?
Yeah.
$500?
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't say here how much money.
He had 2 other lawsuits, Howard, with movie companies, big movie companies, and one of them was settled out of court, but I think it was with Booty Call, because Booty Call was using it in their commercials. They were saying, let's get ready to rumble to introduce their commercials, and then another movie company was using it, and they're still in court.
Bruce Buffer, Michael Buffer's manager.
And son, right?
Brother.
Okay, I knew he was a family member.
What do you say? I think Michael Buffer needs to say something. Hold on, go ahead. Say it, Michael. Go ahead.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Howard Stern Show, let's be ready to be stupid and clueless like Fafa Fooey.
Bruce Buffer, Michael Buffer's manager, stated that Michael's Let's Get Ready to Rumble is not a mere boxing announcement, but a clarion call to the integrity and dedication of the pure competitive spirit.
What?
We do not want Michael Buffer or any part of his valuable message associated with Oliver North, Robert Dornan, or any of their prior activities. Since Robert Dornan is an extremist who has attacked immigrants, minority groups, gays, and lesbians, as well as the President of the United States, among others, I guess Michael Buffer's going to sue.
Oh! But I was thinking about it. If you take Let's Get Ready to Rumble away from Michael Buffer, what do you have?
A guy with really nice hair and a German girlfriend who's way too young for him? I don't know.
Because that's his whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, but I didn't know you could just, like, copyright Let's Get Ready. I mean, I say tons of stuff. I never copyrighted it. I mean, I've never copyrighted...
Would you know what parts to copyright?
Well, let's copyright my whole show, because then we could sue half of the disc jockeys in this country who steal from me every day. Like that idiot in Minneapolis, St. Paul, or the queer in Chicago. Any of them. Any of these guys who just, do everything. Lesbian dating game.
But it's just like when Pat Riley, didn't he copyright Three-Peat?
Three-Peat and Foreplay.
Yeah, according to what we know, Pat Riley, the basketball coach, owns the term Three-Peat and has sued people for using that. Three-Peat.
And Foreplay.
And Three-Peat, I guess he makes Three-Peat T-shirts.
Yeah, and nobody else can make them.
Right.
I mean, you could copyright, like, we'll be back right after this.
Right.
Why not?
Because I say that every day. Call my lawyer and copyright that. That's unbelievable. But as you say, if you take away Let's Get Ready to Rumble from Michael Buffer, what do you have? I say you have Matt Lauer. But who knows? No one can figure out what you have, quite frankly.
We'll be back with the Howard Stern Show in a moment. Howard.
Mia Farrow is going to be here later, and we're going to talk about what a freak Woody Allen is, too.
On the Eagle. Broadcasting from the top of the Howard Stern building. You're listening to the Howard Stern Show on the Stolen Vehicle Police Recovery Network.
I'll say. Anybody feel like hearing It's a Queef again?
I could listen to it again.
Yeah, me too. It's a queef, ladies and gentlemen. And then I've got tape of that guy Matumbo. We got a listener on the phone who has that.
Got the tape?
Oh, yeah, we got the tape. So on Friday we had a really big shoe, and we had women down here, 4 of them lined up in front of about 20 guys. Unbelievable. I didn't know about this, that a woman could do this on command.
And you didn't even know it had a name.
Yeah. But it's called... after dinner. I never heard anything like that, and I am very proud to own that song. It's a queef. All right, you want to hear the Matumbo tape?
Yes, the guy was interviewed after the game, I suppose or during intermission?
Yeah, this is great.
Was he a key player?
Oh, yeah. He's a big, tall, skinny African guy.
Yeah.
You can always tell African guys, you know what I mean? Apart from, like, African Americans.
Why do you think that is, Howard?
I don't know. They just have a look.
How dare you. It's the race mixing that happened because of slavery.
Oh, is that what it is? So
Yes.
that's what black people are really supposed to look like this Matumbo guy?
That's an African, yeah.
Really? I think race mixing's good. Got Matumbo scary. Is this Carl?
Yes.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, how are you?
Okay. You got the tape?
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Just a minute. First guy's Christian Leitner.
Yeah, right.
Right after him. Hold on.
That's the white guy who's really good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know, white guys stand out when they're really good.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Well, in basketball.
Yeah. It's always weird to see a white guy doing so well. And you can tell the Matumbo really likes the white guy. Like,
Can't help it. We had to play against each other, and one of us has got to go home a loser, and I'm glad it's not me. It can't be those 2 big blocks, the big block on the dunk of Grant Hill. What were your thoughts in the final stretch there on that?
I think for the fact that I've been in that situation before, playing against Diallo, and it's the best of 5, and I remember blocking Sean Kemp in the end, so they kind of flashed back in my mind. When Grant Hill went to the shot, I just went and took it away.
How about Chicago? Your reward is you get to play the Bulls now.
Oh, I think I'm not worried about Chicago right now. All I have to celebrate, this is the best season I ever had.
Bigger moment for you right now than when you were in Denver and you beat the Sonics? Is this a bigger moment for you?
I think it is the biggest moment. For the fact this is my first year, and as I changed everything in Atlanta, I'm so happy.
Congratulations.
Do I hear Tarzan in the back? I got to get a copy of that tape. You can't even hear it clearly.
No.
You got to. It's just unbelievable. He's a funny sounding guy. What?
Let me send it to you.
Yeah, please.
All right.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
All right. That's Matumbo.
Yeah, because I can't imagine what he looks like.
Yeah, he's funny.
With that voice.
Yeah, well, you can see him.
Oh, I'm so happy.
That's it. Oh, so happy. Oh, so happy. It's almost like Hervé Villachez. Oh, so happy. I can't tell you that. But it's pretty cool. I also like when the white guys do real well and the black guys hug them and stuff. It makes you feel like, wow, there's some harmony in the world somewhere.
Oh, stop it.
I love seeing that.
Isolated incidents.
It's nice when, like, black guys are hugging and slapping each other five with white guys and everything, You know what's annoying, too, during these basketball games? Every time a guy does a foul shot, whether he hits it or he misses it, everyone on the team has to slap him five to show their support.
Really?
And it just slows
they slap
everything
you
down.
five even if you miss?
Yeah, to show, hey, we're with you, man. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Shaq gets slapped five a lot for missing.
No, for no good reason.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I don't know. I was watching TV, and Kirk Douglas had a stroke, but he insists on going everywhere and being interviewed everywhere. And you never know what he's saying. It's the funniest thing.
What's he supposed to do?
I don't know. But Kirk Douglas had this stroke, and everywhere he goes, he seems to have a television camera on him, and they interview him. He's another guy who speaks kind of funny. He's like Matumbo. He's like, I forget. Did you see him on Entertainment Tonight?
Yeah.
What was he talking about?
I think did he get a star or something?
He got a star. He goes on the Hollywood Hall of Fame. Hollywood made everything in my career. My God, it was just like, shut up. He's more annoying than Christopher Reeve. Christopher Reeve, I cannot sit through one of his interviews either. Hey, shut up. Oh, my God.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Shut up. That's exactly
the
right.
The guy's not supposed to talk anymore just because he had a stroke.
We're in the middle of tracking this story down. The reporter Lesky Pinson, who works for the Weekly World News.
Have we called the Weekly World News?
Matter of fact, we have. Gary has had dealings with them in the past where we've asked him for information, and believe it or not, he had Lesky Pinson's home phone number.
You're kidding.
Because Lesky Pinson sounds like a wacky name. This guy has helped us out on stories before. He's a real reporter. The guy is not at that number.
I thought that was totally made up.
So did I.
Pinson.
But evidently we've spoken to this guy already a couple of times, and Gary's spoken with him.
Yeah.
And according to this unbelievable article in the Weekly World News, there is a tribe of savages in Venezuela who are worshiping a faded photograph of American shock jock Howard Stern. And we're working on it.
And that tribe of savages is in Caracas now.
Evidently.
No, they're in the jungle.
They've moved. Yes. Also, there is a report that I'm following that some garbage haulers from, let's see, this is somewhere in Ohio. I don't know exactly where. I guess this is from the Cleveland newspaper. Maybe it's in the Cleveland area. But a group of garbage haulers have been suspended, 7 employees, 2 supervisors, because they were there on the job watching my 1994 New Year's Eve special.
We did hear about that.
Yes, and we're tracking this down.
Want to talk to the people?
Yeah. Even I say...
Even the supervisor, right?
It was 2 supervisors, yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Unbelievable.
Everybody got swept out.
Everyone's out. Supervisor Richard Graham and Joel Robinson were not in the room at the time of the video viewing, but officials said they were responsible for ensuring that city employees work while on the job, so they should be supervising this kind of thing. The workers have been ordered to serve 1-day unpaid suspensions sometimes during the next month, and the supervisors will serve 3-day unpaid suspensions, all because of the New Year's Eve pay-per-view special, which was so wonderful. So many things to watch during that special. One of my favorites, actually. In the ratings reports, I was going over this Ellen DeGeneres thing. She was the #1 show of the week.
Her time slot that week, or the #1 show overall?
#1 show overall.
BDR?
That's right.
Wow.
That's right. That's right. As a matter of fact, the reason they say ER did not win the week is because it was up against a low-rated show called The Shining. It was a remake of the Stephen King Shining. Why they remade this, I don't know.
I tuned into about 2 seconds of that miniseries.
Yeah.
It was the movie.
Yeah.
Stretched out.
Yeah, I talked to someone who told me they thought it was pretty good, but whether it was good or bad is meaningless when a movie is that successful as The Shining. Why, just because Stephen King didn't like the way it came out, why would you sit there and invest all that money and remake the thing when everyone's seen it already a million times?
I tuned in, and it was one of those scenes in the bar where the bartender's saying, we've been expecting you, blah, blah, blah. I've seen this.
Yeah. Well, anyway, The Shining had enough ratings to pull the ER down a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. But it still was considered a huge flop and not worth the investment. And the Ellen DeGeneres show was the #1 show of the week. So there you go.
Well, people love lesbians.
Also, I've been...
As you've always said.
Yes. Also, I want to thank a lot of our listeners. Since I've been talking about weird websites and things that go on the web, I have been getting thousands and thousands of pieces of mail with all kinds of weird pictures. I received a video over the weekend, which I monitored, Robin. It was obscene material. It was people having sex with animals.
You monitored this?
Yes.
Was it video or still pictures?
Video.
Video of still pictures.
No, it was video of moving video.
And you saw people.
I saw women performing fellatio on dogs.
Oh, my.
I saw all kinds of things that I'm sure are not legal anywhere in this world. I saw a guy getting it on with a cow.
Yeah.
I saw it was in black and white. I'd seen this film before.
The indignities.
Yeah. Oh, it was awful.
How's the quality?
The quality was okay. The two women having sex with a horse was unbelievable because what they do is they put a horse and let him start mating with another horse, and then when he's really into it, they pull him off, and then the women sort of inject themselves into the situation.
Who can pull off?
Wow, two women.
Horse?
It took 2 women to get these horses apart.
Wow. I mean, that's amazing in itself.
Yeah, you have to watch the whole thing. Yeah. And I saw a woman have actual German enema tapes. All kinds of things.
You should get out of the house.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful weekend.
Sunday, I was locked in the basement when I wasn't watching basketball. I was watching German enema tapes. I've never seen it. Germans are sick people.
Enema tapes.
Enema tapes. And I just saw tapes of people eating things they shouldn't eat.
Oh.
And unbelievable things.
But you can't stop watching them.
Right. I also received I'd say a good amount of videotapes and magazines where you can send away for Russian women.
And now they have video of these women.
Yes.
And now the video, are they
great.
sitting there talking?
It's great because they're really uncomfortable. I have the tapes. I'm going to play them for you tomorrow. In fact, it's from a group called World Class Inc. It's just tons of ugly guys going over to Russia. They march in all these good-looking women. The good-looking women, most of them can't even speak English. You have to date them with an interpreter. And they're gorgeous. I don't mean good-looking gorgeous, but annoying, like you can't talk to them or anything, but who cares? And these guys just hang out in this bar and go-go dance with these various girls. And the girls, the ones that can speak English, are like Ivana Trump, but 20 times worse English. You know, like, I like American because they pay attention to you. But they're good-looking, real good-looking. And you got to hear them talking and stuff, and they stand there stiff as boards because, like, the camera's on them, and they're probably afraid they're going to go to jail or something, just because it's Russia and you go to jail for anything.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah, well, I don't know. They all seem scared, like you know how a model knows how to stand in front of the camera.
Well, you're shell-shocked from all those years of living in a communist nation.
It looks like you could offer these broads a potato, and you might get some sex from them. So you got to hear the whole tape, and you got to hear the woman announcing it. You come to Russia in a beautiful plane. When you land, you have beautiful accommodation, and they're showing the accommodations. It's like a sink, and that's not so beautiful. But who cares?
It's just like those Filipino tapes.
And then they have then the guys are all sitting there on like a bleacher, and there's a woman instructing them who says, and it's cool that it's a woman. She goes, "Look, we know why you men are here. Don't be embarrassed. You guys are here to meet girls. We're going to march the girls into the room now. We're going to play music. Try to dance with every one of the girls, because this is your opportunity, guys, to sample every one of the women, to see which ones you like."
Now, are you sure this isn't prostitution?
No, I don't know. I don't know what goes on. And then they show them. See, I don't know if it's prostitution. They show them walking around on their dates once the guys choose who they want.
Is the premise that they're shopping for wives?
Well,
or shopping for a woman to bring home?
No. The premise is they're shopping for girls to correspond with. Okay, that's the premise.
So they meet them, get to know them, then go home and write back and forth.
Right.
Because I have heard that prostitution is rampant in Russia now that communism has fallen.
Well, as far as this companies, they seem to be pretty much on the up and up, this World Class Inc., because they're just saying, hey, we're going to take you over, you meet girls, and what you do afterwards is your business. But they're not prostitutes.
That's the escort ruse.
No.
Right.
Well, they certainly don't say that this is about sex, and when you go over there, you're not guaranteed sex, but it looked to me like you could offer these girls a potato and they'd do something.
Because, I mean, why would girls want to dance with a bunch of ugly guys who, just got unloaded off a plane?
I think they want to marry these American guys so they can get into America.
But if they can't marry them?
Well, they got to win them over. That's the fun part. So they're really cute, but...
Well, this is a situation that every ugly guy has always wanted to be
They got one guy. He's sitting there, right? He's kind of ugly. Not kind of. He's ugly. And there's this girl who looks like Pamela Anderson sitting next to him. And he goes, I liked her. I chose her because I like her personality.
Sure.
So then all of a sudden, the interpreter goes, and the girl goes, they didn't even know how to speak to each other. It was so great.
I like her personality.
Yeah, it's really funny. So I'm going to bring the tape in, okay? Oh, I'm excited. Mia Farrow's here.
She's here already.
We really clicked when we made the movie, Mia Farrow and me, and it was really a coup to get Mia in the movie. I mean, I was really excited that she agreed to be in the movie.
How was the approach made?
Well, what happened is I heard that she appreciated the comments I made in my book about Woody Allen.
Right.
I cannot believe, after reading Mia Farrow's book, that the whole world doesn't just take Woody Allen out, strip him, and hang him.
You know what? It's very funny because a couple of weeks ago I was reading the National Enquirer and there was some woman who was sitting by a pool on vacation reading, a star.
Yeah.
And she was reading Mia Farrow's book. I can't remember who it was, though.
I got to say, it's a real good book.
So people are reading it. Everybody in Hollywood is reading it.
I read the whole second half of the book in one sitting, and I had to close it. It got so disturbing during the Woody Allen part that 2 times I got disgusted. For me to get disgusted, I like to watch German enema tapes.
Right. You just think of what he did over the weekend.
I mean, but when I describe to you what Mia says, unless, it's just unthinkable. It's just unthinkable.
Tell me that the relationship was good at least a little while.
It was. Oh, real good. Because Woody could be real generous.
Oh, well,
he'll put you in a private plane and fly around and take you on vacation.
Where does he get all this money?
He evidently that's what I'm going to ask Mia. He must have $100 million.
Because, private planes are expensive.
I'll tell you how whacked out Woody Allen is. He will build an entire house. All right? He built an entire house because I guess he wanted his own separate wing where he could write and everything and be away from Mia's kids because he's not into these kids at all.
Right. Except when he wants to date.
Well, yeah, but that comes later. So anyway, he would build an entire house. I mean, millions and millions of dollars. And then be in it and go, there's something wrong in this house. There's something wrong. And they just sell it the next day.
Wow.
After going through all the building and everything. And I know that, like Mia said, hey, I don't want to concentrate only on Woody in the interview and all this, but I don't care. I have a million questions. I am fascinated. I mean, she's had some life.
I mean, when you think about it, she was married to Frank Sinatra.
Yeah. He took her virginity. You got to read the book. Yeah. She was a virgin. She was going to be a nun. I know her. I read the book.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's well written, too. She wrote it herself, but I don't care. Wait till I tell you all this stuff coming up next. You're not going to believe this stuff.
Your virginity goes to Frank Sinatra?
Yeah, I don't get that. The only thing I can get from this book is that Mia never thought much of herself. She never thought she was a good actress. She never thought much.
Yeah, because the little bits I read was that she really let Frank sort of lead her around.
I'm starting to believe I could get Mia after reading the book, but I don't know. I'd probably be the one guy she'd reject. Anyway, I'm glad she's here. She's in my movie. We talked for about an hour that day.
Yeah?
And she invited me up to her house and everything, but then she said, bring your wife and kids, and then I go, no.
Oh, you thought it was going to be a little rendezvous.
I thought
like
maybe...
a Bill Cosby kind of rendezvous.
Yeah, I thought that maybe she was saying, hey, come on up to my house, but it didn't turn out that way. We'll be back after these words.
You're listening to Government Scapegoat, Howard Stern. 96.
Long-haired loudmouth radio personality
to the window.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm excited. Mia Farrow. Always had a little crush on Mia. She's a hot minky. What can I say? Well, Mia said, you read my book before I come in, Howard. Make sure you know it. Make sure you read this thing. And I'm glad I did, actually. I wasn't going to read it because, I'm such a lazy reader and stuff. I'm pretty sure I have attention deficit syndrome.
In fact, I have a doctor who says you definitely have ADD.
I must have it.
And he wants to come in here and tell you all about yourself and how to cure yourself.
Yeah, bring him in. I want to be cured. I want to get on Ritalin. I hear it's really cool.
Ritalin is cool for adults, yeah. It makes you high.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a legal high. A high I can handle.
Oh.
Anyway, Gary, bring in Mia Farrow. I've worked with her in film, I must say. We did a whole day of shooting together. She was real professional. And she had 50 of her kids with her.
50?
Literally. And plus, when you read the book, you lose track of how many kids Mia actually has.
I don't think there are 50, Howard.
There might be as many as 50. Here she is. Wow. Look at you. Wow. Mia Farrow in my studio. Isn't that cool? Hey, Mia. How you doing? Good to see you.
Hi, everyone.
Hey. Good to see you. I read your book.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, you know, because you said, hey, read the book. If I'm going to come in here, read the goddamn book. I worked very hard on this thing. Read it.
Is that unfair?
I got to admit, not only do you write, she writes a really good book, because you wrote it yourself, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's really a good book.
Thank you.
And what's even weirder about it, I mean, I have so many weird questions after I read it, but I started from the middle of the book. I know I shouldn't have done that, but that's the way I read. Cause I'm
Did you ever get back to the beginning?
Yeah, there was one point I got so disgusted I had to close the book. I mean, for me, I watch German enema tapes, and I don't get it. I don't get disgusted. And I got so disgusted with Woody Allen, I threw the goddamn book down, and I wanted to smack him. I swear, if I ever see the guy, they better restrain me.
You might hurt him.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's the lowest scumbag on the planet. That's all there is to say. What can I say? Unbelievable.
And I was restrained.
Yeah, I just can't figure out.
Oh, you didn't say exactly everything you
really?
could say?
I was restrained.
No kidding.
There's
Hi, I'm over here.
Hi.
I want to beat him up for you. You think I could beat him up? Him I could beat up. I don't know. I could take it.
He might kick you in the knees or something.
Oh, really?
Really hurt you.
Or maybe he does karate or something. I think I could beat him.
No problem.
Right?
Sure.
I think you could beat him up.
Probably.
You're so goddamn cute. I can't take it. I thought when we were filming the movie and you said to me, hey, we want to come up to my house in Connecticut, I thought you were coming on to me, and then you said, bring your wife and kids. That sucked.
Yeah. I was thinking it'd be nice to bring the kids.
No.
The cows, the horses, and all that
I don't want to
stuff.
see no cows and horses.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just a thought.
I'll show you how to make love.
He's afraid of animals.
I read the part where, first of all, I mean, just the lovemaking alone I would buy the book for. I mean, I'm like one of those tabloid kind of readers. And
they're sexy?
Yeah. Well, no, but your virginity was taken by Frank Sinatra.
That's right.
I can't believe... You know what it is? I decided with you must have had a bad self-image. That's all there is to it. I think you even say that in the book. Because you never thought you were a talented actress, and you're so goddamn good. And then you never thought you were pretty, and you're so pretty. I mean, you look in the mirror and you don't think you're pretty?
I don't even look, you know.
Really?
You won't look in the mirror?
No.
Oh, goodness.
Not if I can help it.
Oh, my goodness.
Only if I'm going on television.
You know what? I do think you're right about Mia, because I remember her going on the Merv Griffin show years ago. Here she was this huge star. She was on Peyton Place.
Yeah.
And everybody wanted to know her and see her. And here she gets invited onto a talk show. And she comes in, she sits down, and she says to Merv, I really don't have anything to say. There's no reason for me to be here. So I brought on someone who actually has some talent, and she introduced this guy, Ronnie Dyson.
Who's that?
He was a singer.
Really?
That was smart of me.
And I thought, we wanted to hear Mia. Now this guy's singing.
I bet Merv never hit on you.
No, he didn't. He must have been pretty grateful I brought someone on anyway.
Yeah. That's very gracious of you.
Yeah, she didn't want to be interviewed. She just brought this other person on so people could find out who he was.
Because you're like a hippie chick. You don't care about, like, your looks or anything, right? But
no, I care.
You do care?
I'd like to look great.
You do look great. Are you vain or anything? I mean, you strike me as not being vain. Like, you're so cerebral, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, there's too much going on to think about the other stuff.
And I really, you see,
but
on the
why
one
would
hand...
I have to ask you, why would it mean a low self-image to go out with Frank Sinatra?
I'll tell you why. Okay, here's what I think. Because after reading the book, I started to tap into this. I said, wow, I felt sad for you, and I also felt... I admired you. I said, there is nobody on this planet more giving. I mean, I've got kids. I got 3 kids, right?
Yes.
I can't spend 10 minutes.
And these are your kids.
Yeah, these are my own flesh and blood kids. I can't, I lose patience. And I identified a little bit with Woody in that respect, that it's hard to, be around children. But I don't like avoid kids, you know what I mean? But, I mean, it's very hard to take care of children. I'm very career-oriented. I know that. My wife is 10 times more giving toward the children than I am. But I'm pretty good when I'm with them, I think. I think I'm a pretty good father.
Yeah, but you limit your experience.
Well, yeah, I'm not the kind of guy who could spend all day with children. But I said that going in with my wife. When we had kids, I said, let's have kids. I said, but I think one of us ought to stay with the kids. I know I don't want to spend my life at home with children.
You said one of us ought to stay with the kids and I elect you?
No, I said, do you want to do this? I don't think it's right for both of us to be out of the house. And not. If we're going to have kids, someone's got to raise these kids. I said, I want to have children, but I think there's got to be a primary caretaker, and it can't be a housekeeper, and it can't be anybody.
Oh, you did say you wanted to have them.
Oh, I always wanted kids.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I didn't want. Yeah, but I didn't want to. You know, I didn't want to stay home and be like a house husband.
Right.
So
But they have Allison.
They have Allison, so it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is that when I see someone like you, who not only has her own children, biological children, but takes these kids and goes to Vietnam, takes in blind children, I'm telling you, man, I got unbelievable admiration for you. There's no way I should sit in judgment of you. There is no way I could sit in judgment of you. I mean, you are so goddamn giving. I saw her on the movie set. She sat there with these kids. She took these kids who had no life. I mean, they were going to have no life. They were going to be dead. Sun Yi was going to be dead. I mean, she would have ended up a street hooker or something in Vietnam or something like that, right?
Yeah, they were going to put her in a shoe to make shoes, sandal factory at 14.
Oh, then she would have been working for Kathy Lee or something.
Yeah, right. Well, that's not so bad. She would have worked for Kathy Lee. Frank Gifford. No, but I mean, there is unbelievable admiration that I have for you.
Well, then how does Mia take it when people criticize her and look for some kind of psychosis in the fact that she adopts all these children?
Well, because they can't even fathom it. It's like you can't fathom Mother Teresa. You're like Mother Teresa.
Oh no.
No, you can't. Yes, you are. You can't. She listen. While she's working for Woody Allen on the set all day, acting, she's still adopting kids. And taking in kids, I don't mean adopting some nice little white baby. I'm talking about she's going out and going to Vietnam, taking blind children and raising them, saving them.
How did you get into that?
Because we'll never get into that, right, Robin?
Yeah, I want to know, how you something like that happens to you so I can avoid it.
You're an amazing woman.
Well, the first child I adopted was in the Vietnam War, and then I got very in tune with the orphanages over there and became aware of all the kids that would never find homes, especially the handicapped ones or the older ones.
Amazing.
And I just started trying to do things for the orphanages, raise money, send supplies, stuff during the war. And I had twins and then one beautiful daughter, and it seemed Andre and I wanted a larger family.
You got to read the book because all of a sudden you can't even keep track. I've talked to 3 people now who've read the book.
Yeah.
It was me, Gary, Kathy read the book too. We can't even figure out how many kids Mia has after reading the book. Because every couple of weeks, there's like a new
child,
kid.
Yes.
Well, it's not quite that bad, but it's 14. But you got to understand, the oldest one's 27. I got a lawyer and a computer analyst.
And these kids were considered losers by society. Now they're all like Harvard students and all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, you're incredible. There's no way I could sit in judgment of you. No way. I'm scumbag compared to you.
She didn't answer the question,
Right.
I mean, because there is criticism
People say it's sick.
leveled at her that there's something wrong with her because she does this.
Have you heard that?
Yeah, I have heard that. I think that wasn't that a lot of Woody Allen propaganda?
It could have been. I mean, it was just showing up in the newspaper at the time of all the problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow.
Well, you either understand it or you don't.
Yeah.
Either you're a giving, loving person or you're empty like Woody Allen.
I think it's not for everybody.
Right.
I mean, but maybe it should cost a few more. I mean, I think a lot of people would get a lot of pleasure out of it. I mean, I get such deep happiness and satisfaction from it. Yeah, really. They
you ought to try it, Howard, because you're not a very happy person.
No, I'm not. I'm a very sad person, but at least I know it. At least I wallow in my sadness. Because even through all the crap that you go through in this book, and I mean, you go through some crap, especially with Woody Allen, which I want to ask you about, but you seem to always get happiness from these kids.
Yeah, it's
amazing.
They give than
you give
than
to them?
I could possibly that I could ever give.
Wow.
Give them.
Yeah, so wait a second. So I'm reading the book, and you've had an amazing life like nobody's ever had, And I'll go back, but this Woody Allen, I got to tell you something. I want to strangle this guy. So here's this beautiful spirit like Mia Farrow, right? Okay, you start out like in any relationship. You guys started out good.
How did they meet?
Let's see.
It was Michael Caine, a mutual friend, old friend, took me out to dinner. I was in a play, a Broadway play, and he took me to Elaine's restaurant. And we walked by Woody Allen's table, and Michael, who knew Woody, said, introduced us. And then, like a few weeks later, I got an invitation to a party, a New Year's Eve party that he was given.
Yeah.
And then a couple months after that, his secretary called to ask me if I would have lunch with him.
Oh.
And Woody is such a mishkite. He's such an ugly prick. He really is. To get a woman the caliber of Mia Farrow.
Well, it was always
unthinkable to
shocking
me.
and amazing.
Yeah.
When we heard that Mia and Woody were together.
Yeah.
It was like, what?
He was kind of cute in those days.
Really?
We're going back to 1980.
But it's a weird kind of cute. It's not a cute kind of cute.
Yeah, he ain't exactly cute.
It's an ugly kind of cute.
Yeah. Mia's got a lot of love in her heart for ugly guys. Because I'm telling you, Woody Allen is not cute.
Woody is no fashion play.
Right. Actually, he is. You got to read the book. He is totally consumed with clothing.
Yeah.
Well, he likes clothing, but Calvin Klein never called him to be in a poster.
No, but anyway, so listen to this. All right, because there's a million things. I actually, look at this. I even marked off pages in the book. I never do that, but I really got pissed. So, Woody...
So he pursued you.
Yeah, and pursued, and he's got a lot of money, right, Mia? I mean,
oh, yeah.
How does he have so much money?
I wonder, because, you know, he gives the actors very little.
Right.
You know, all the actors go in thinking they're going to do this art film.
Right.
But if he takes a vacation to Europe, he charters
a private plane. And took the kids and took everybody.
And whole big suites at the Ritz Hotel in Paris. And the pilots they have their hotels. And
because I'm always thinking these are very low-budget films, and nobody really makes any money.
Only he makes money.
One of those, like those, what do you call that jet? The one that everyone's...
A Learjet?
The GS2. Those cost about $50,000 just to take, like, somewhere, you know...
Just to
somewhere in the United States. Yeah, just one way.
Oh, yeah. They would cost him like $250,000 for a couple of weeks that we would be over there.
Yeah, it'd be unbelievable. So, I mean, you know, that's a pretty nice lifestyle.
Sure.
But Mia is such a good girlfriend that she would, like, want to make Woody happy. Now, this blew me away. My problem is I'm too nice to women. Because nobody ever wants to please me like this. You built...
But he was nice, right?
No, this is already... He was starting to act like a dick, and I'll get into that. But anyway, Woody would... You even built a separate shower for Woody, because Woody's such a creep. He gets afraid of his own, like, germs. Like, he won't... He wants a clean shower and everything.
Is he really crazy?
Yeah. He built... See, I would have dumped him right then and there. He had to have his own shower, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, He had to have his own shower. We didn't have any showers in the house.
Yeah.
He would not take a bath.
Right.
So he had to have a shower, so I had to build one.
So she builds him this immaculate, bathroom.
Right.
Beautifully appointed.
Only for him.
Right. Only for him. Yeah. He goes in, and he comes out, and he says, check this out. The bathroom is no good. The shower drain is in the middle of the shower. That's it. That's all he said. No explanation, nothing.
And it's like nasty. Like, how dare you build me a shower and put the drain in the middle?
Like I should have known.
Yeah.
Like he's got some...
figure it out, and he wouldn't tell me.
He's got some weird quirk.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was when he had his own shower mat that he brought in.
He brought his own shower mat.
And his own special shower shoes that he wears in the shower.
Woody Allen has special shower shoes. I can understand if you're going to a public gym and you want to wear shower shoes.
You wear those things then.
In his own shower, he wears shower shoes, and he brings his own mat to his girlfriend's house.
But let me ask you something. Now, in the beginning, was he this quirky?
Yeah, he had those things. Yeah, but that wasn't the worst thing in the world.
Because he was nice to her.
It's a little strange, but he was nice.
But he gets weirder and weirder.
You know what, though?
Well, here's the part I felt sad.
If Woody wasn't making all those movies and writing those great scripts, it'd be a little less easy, you think, to put up with this kind of junk?
Well, here's the amazing thing. The guy is such a savant.
Yeah.
I mean, when it comes to a Woody Allen movie, hey, they're great movies.
They are.
No question.
Right.
Such a savant. Mia describes in her book that he would write, this I couldn't believe, he would write an entire script, like on some garbage bags or something, or some slips of paper. He would write, like, Hannah and her sisters on a bunch of garbage bags or something. Can you believe that?
While we were traveling all around Europe, he'd use hotel stationery or whatever he could grab and just stick it in his pocket.
Yeah, because it would just come to him at any time, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. But
that is wild. It's amazing. So I guess that's what I'm saying. So he's quirky, but the quirks also bring out this great...
Yeah, but he's also. But you see me. I thought you would have left him as soon as all that stuff was going down with your daughter. That's what blew me away. And you even say in your book, I can't even explain what the hell it was.
And nor can I forgive myself.
Right. I don't blame you. I mean, it's weird. That's the weird thing. It was like Woody Allen is so weird. He'd walk in. Here you have this whole family around you. Mia, your girlfriend. You got this whole family. In would walk Woody Allen. He'd walk straight to his 3-year-old daughter, stand there behind her, pay attention to no one else, and then request to go into a small room with her alone and just be with her alone. He'd want to be alone with her. And I would read this and I'd go,
oh, my God.
It's an amazing story because you're like, throw him the hell out of the house.
Yeah,
You get caught up in
that creeps you out.
You
right
get, you know what it is? It's just you can't believe that a guy would be that sick. Maybe.
Right. You can't believe it. Your mind says no. This can't be what I think what it has to be.
Right.
Right.
He just loves this girl. Right. Yeah. He just loves his daughter.
And then you got the therapist on it. He's got therapists, and we got a therapist for this situation.
Yeah.
And the therapist says, well, it's this and it's that and it's overly intense and it's inappropriate, but it's not sexual. But so you believe them.
Oh my God.
And as far as I was concerned, it was a marriage.
Let me ask you about that. But let me ask you about that.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't a therapist? The therapist must know that he was getting it on with Soon Yi. He must have known he was getting these feelings for the 3-year-old. Can't a therapist come forward and warn you? Isn't that? I mean,
no, they
can. It's not the same as a lawyer. I believe a therapist would have.
If they're doctors, they have a confidentiality clause as well, don't they?
Is that true?
I don't know. But I can only tell you this. I went to his therapist after all these things started blowing up, after the Sunni thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I came begging the therapist to stop him.
Right.
To save our family, to save Sunni.
Right.
That I told him about all the pain it was going to cause to all the children in the family. Never mind me, but all the kids, how it was going to ruin everybody. And the therapist listened to all this and said, it's not a therapist's job to moralize.
Wow.
This is a distinguished Dr. Robert Michaels, big stuff, well thought of.
Man.
I left the office thinking, well, I won't get any help from him.
Well, would he get in trouble if he said to you, I knew about all this and I kept my mouth shut, so maybe it's better for him to just say, hey, I don't know anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he did know about it, but if he did, I wouldn't care what oath I took. I would go to the mother of the child and say, listen, you get the kid away from him. Just get him away.
Well, as a doctor, you cannot discuss another patient with anyone.
Screw it. As a human being, I'll discuss anything. I'll break all those rules.
But then nobody's going to tell you anything in therapy.
No, I don't care. I wouldn't care. If I knew a little kid was getting diddled by dad, you know what I mean? I would just get him. I wouldn't care.
My contention has always been that people like Woody Allen have a very difficult time getting any help because their therapists become enamored of them.
Yeah,
and they
maybe
don't want to do anything that would hurt them or drive them away because they like the association.
Yeah, in all fairness to the therapist you mentioned, I don't even know that he knew. I mean, you don't know.
No, that was a later therapist. I mean, he changed therapists after the Sunni thing. There had been another therapist for 20 years before that. He was seeing 2 therapists concurrently every day of the week.
And why does he see all these therapists since he's not getting any better?
Well, that's the point. That's the point you say in the book too. Yeah. I mean, you kind of wonder what the hell's going on.
Yeah, but then you have to think, well, maybe he would have been an axe murderer.
Yeah,
that's true too.
That's true.
Maybe they have been helping.
Yeah, maybe.
Is he on medication?
I don't know.
Maybe he should be. Meanwhile, so here's the other thing I didn't understand. So you come home. I mean, when you discover the pictures of the naked pictures and everything. It seemed to me in the book that as pissed off as you were, you did go back with him for a while because he kept coming into the apartment and he had the key and all that. I was surprised by that. That surprised me.
Well, here's how it feels at a time like that. First of all, I was completely traumatized.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And we led a very isolated existence. It was him and me and the kids in this virtual bubble.
He was your whole life.
We're everything.
Right.
So he, at that time, oddly enough, he was also the person I most needed.
Right.
And he was also saying to me, I'm sorry, I lost control. It will never happen again.
Yeah.
And for a time there, he sounded like he was everything I needed.
Yeah.
He was, it was real hard.
Yeah.
And I'm a different person now. I'm much tougher.
Yeah,
I now know what I do. But, then
Could you ever trust another guy again, you think?
It'd be real hard for me.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Have you been in another relationship since then?
A couple, but I kept it light, and as it got serious, I just...
Backed off?
Sorry.
I don't blame you. Forget guys. Guys have weird thoughts or something. I mean,
hey, not all of them.
Well, not me, but I'm one of the few.
Don't include yourself.
I'm the only... Please, I'm trying to get a date. I'm one of the few good guys. You know what I mean?
I like to think that I would know if there was somebody I could really, really trust.
Don't. You know what? Bring him to me. I'm a better judge of this than you are. I'm telling
sure
you.
Anybody would be a better judge than me.
Because to me, it's kind of thing, too. But you see, when I'm reading about your past, your dad was a really weird guy. He was sneaking women into the house, right? And he had a separate entrance. Wasn't that all the whole thing going on?
Yeah,
I started to read that part. I'm not all through that yet. But he was a weird guy, so maybe your whole image of men is weird or something. You know what I mean?
I hope not.
I don't know.
Well, it often happens that way if you have, because your father is your identification and you're learning about love and all of that stuff from your parents' relationship.
Yeah.
So subconsciously you might think, well, you're supposed to ignore all this.
Right.
And I think when you're a kid, or at least when I was a kid, I was just so grateful that somebody would love me, that I just loved them in return for the fact that they loved me.
And you ignored, what they might be doing or who they might be.
I always assumed they loved me just like I loved them, and that basically they were like me.
Yeah. You know what's the worst thing you wrote about Woody Allen?
What?
The whole scenario you described when actors would work for him and he would berate them. He would tell them, your acting is like what I see on a soap opera. When I've only done one movie, but I got to tell you something. Betty Thomas was so careful not to bruise my ego.
Right, it's very difficult because you're very vulnerable.
Well, I know there were times I tried things in front of the camera that were totally wrong, but I kind of knew it halfway going through, but I felt loose enough to be experimental.
Right.
And she would say to me, you know what, I don't know if I'd go that way. Maybe I'd do it this way.
And if somebody had knocked you down because of that, maybe there would have been no experimenting, and some of it was good.
Oh, I would have died. If Betty Thomas hadn't been so nice to me, I know I couldn't have gotten through that movie. I would have crumbled. I mean, I really would have, because I remember the first 3 days on the set, I didn't know what I was doing.
Well, I certainly know there were scenes that I had to, actually evoke emotion, and that's, for a non-actor, when you've never done that before.
It's tough.
And you've got a ton of people watching you.
Well, you got to
read like a real jackass.
You got to read me his book, man, because Woody's just like brutal. I mean, and who the hell is he? He's not the world's greatest actor. He's just playing Woody Allen. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's weird.
That was hard. I mean,
did you notice that he treats men and women differently? I just wondered about that.
He doesn't like women. That's what I got from him.
I really have always felt that from his movies, but I was just
wondering. I don't know that he likes men any better.
Right. I don't think he likes anybody because his parents are wacko. They're not even wacko. He just can't stand where he came from.
I guess, they seemed like nice people to me, but...
You know what's weird about him? This is really weird about Woody Allen. I'm going to close the topic on Woody. I used to go see his movies early on, and my mother would never go with me. And my mother would say to me, I can't go see his movies. This is now going back to, the comedies. I mean...
Right, like Bananas.
Like Bananas and stuff. I go, well, why is that? She goes, he's a sad little man. I said, well, Mom, what are you talking about? He's a sad... He's playing in a movie. She goes, no. There's something so sad and ugly about this guy. And not physical. She said, there's something so disturbing. There's something so sad. He's such a depressed man. And he hates himself. That is my mother saying this. And I never could understand it. But boy, oh boy, she must have been clairvoyant when it came to Woody Allen or something.
Well, I always thought exactly that, but I thought he was being very funny about hating himself.
Personally, I just felt like I was better off than him, so I'd go see his movie.
You feel better about yourself than him.
No, I think that's true, and I think that, he's not shy. It's contempt, self-contempt, and then contempt for everybody else.
And even like Frank Sinatra taking your virginity, that really bugs me for some reason. I can't stand that. I know you dig him.
Guy, though, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But then he didn't want you to have a career, and
then he divorces you publicly and has someone come and tell you. What kind of guy is that?
Well, that was a weird relationship too. I mean, you really have involved yourself with men who really are power crazed.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Boy. Well, what can I say?
Mia's ready to hang herself.
No. I mean, it's fascinating. I mean, these were very interesting men.
It's a real honest book.
Yeah.
I dig that.
And I have to applaud that because a lot of times people would forgive themselves for any mistakes they make, and you are honest and just say, I can't believe I did this.
Right. It's taken me this long to, and I have no answers for some of it.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. I don't care about anything other than the fact that these Hollywood cretins who sit and critique everyone, who sit and go to charity events all the time, worried about children,
and are passing judgment on everyone
and
else.
Everything, have never once spoken out against Woody Allen. Yeah. It's completely accepted because when you are a rich, powerful man in Hollywood, you are excused anything. And I am telling you, this is the truth. You can get away with anything.
Well, they still go to France to work with Roman Polanski.
If Woody Allen was a woman, he never would have gotten away with this. And if Woody Allen was a rich, powerful man, he'd never get away with this.
That's right, he'd be in jail.
He'd be in jail. I'm telling you, this is unbelievable to me. And the only other person I've seen actually say a word about it is Rosie O'Donnell. Not that I'm any fan of hers, but at least she opens her mouth about it.
She's great.
She's got some balls. Everyone else, Goldie Hawn goes and works with him. Madonna, any of these people.
Madonna worked for him before she knew.
Oh, is that right?
That was the movie I was in.
Okay.
She did, well, I wouldn't know if she did it now.
Wish you hadn't said that. We wanted to blast her.
Yeah, really. We were having a good time there for a second.
Yeah, she was really nice when I worked with her. She was so nice and so sweet to my little kids.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
that's
couldn't
nice.
have been nicer. Yeah.
I really liked working with you. I mean, not that I got to really do any heavy scene with you or anything, but you were real nice to me, and I appreciated you being in the movie Private Parts. That's really kind of cool.
I loved being in it. I can't wait to see it.
You haven't seen it?
I haven't out my way yet.
Oh, you're
kidding.
kidding.
Litchfield County.
It hasn't come to Richfield County?
Litchfield.
Oh, Litchfield. Oh, you're kidding. What are you doing? You spend all this time on the farm now?
Yeah.
That's what you do all day?
Now, I mean, have you had problems working since this whole thing?
What do you think? Well, there are theories that there was a sort of blacklist in Hollywood.
Oh, that's nice. They did that to you.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
I've done 4 movies, so that's good. 2 have been in Ireland, and I'm hoping to do another soon.
Right. You like acting?
Yeah.
I
love it. Don't you love it now?
Yeah, I thought it was great. I just got the sort of impression that you felt like you weren't very good at it or something.
Yeah, I worried about that. You know, it was all the, all the years with Woody, I think.
Yeah, well, he's not real encouraging. He's real cold.
That's horrible. Well, I can't believe you could work with him all day and then you have another life with him and
he would never throw a compliment.
Hypercritical and.
Yeah, and as long as you're talking about his movies and his next script, his next project, you're okay with him. But if you talk about anything, like your children or anything like that, he'll freak out.
He doesn't want to hear any other.
Yeah, I just
sounds like somebody else I know.
I don't see how you could put up with that. Seriously.
Why did I put up with that?
I don't know. It's something you get, but who knows? Maybe he filled some sort of need.
Yeah, because there was a part of it. I mean, there were years that were really good.
He couldn't have been good in the sack, though. I mean, honestly. Is he?
No.
He's not, right? I know it.
Oh, God, Mia!
I know it.
you couldn't even, no. There, in fact, there were...
It wasn't a big factor.
But there were a lot of reports
You're a saint.
after the bus stop
that
the relationship had been sexless for quite some time.
That's not true.
Okay.
No?
No.
Yeah. But it sounds like I'd rather not have sex with
Probably you would have preferred it.
It's just, after Frank Sinatra,
Frank was good?
Great lover.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I figured Frank would be good.
Why do you figure that?
Because,
Italian men.
He practiced a lot.
Frank's big, too. I read that in a magazine, that Frank is actually a very large man. True or false, Mia?
I don't feel at liberty to talk
Yeah, you never do reveal that in your book, do you? No. Damn. The book is real good. You got to read it. It's really good, and I do admire you a lot. I mean, the stuff you do with these kids. Man, I could never be that.
I have one other question, because a lot of times when a relationship breaks up, you lose friends to one or the other. Like all the friends go with one spouse.
They all went with Woody.
They all went with Woody?
Yeah, well, there weren't many of them. All of them worked for him anyway.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
So they're, of course.
Oh.
This guy's such a psycho that he has doctors for everything.
Yeah.
Pills for everything.
Every part of his body.
Has a doctor
for.
Good Lord.
Foot doctor, this doctor, that. He has screenings. When his movies come out, he has doctor screenings. and they're filled.
And you're wondering why he can't get good advice?
It's just unbelievable.
They want to be at the screening.
It's just endless. Hey, here's a doctor on the phone. He says, he's a psychologist. He says Woody Allen's psychiatrist has a duty to report child abuse.
Okay, I want to hear this, because I really don't know the law.
Yeah, hi, how you doing?
All right.
Yeah, because this is the question I had when I read the book. I said, hey, wait a second. If you're a therapist and you're listening to some guy fantasizing, now I don't know that his therapist got to hear this.
Or actually admitting to you that he's...
Well, here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Even if there is a reasonable doubt, if the child is a minor, or even if the act occurred when the child is a minor, the therapist is a state-mandated reporter. They are legally obligated to report it to the state. And then it's up to Child Protective Services to determine whether or not there's just cause in what's going on. So if the psychiatrist even had an inkling, the psychiatrist violated the law.
Well, it was a doctor who reported it.
Oh, was it?
And then a psychiatrist also reported it in New York.
Was it the attending psychiatrist, the one who was seeing the nut job?
Yes.
The nut job, yeah. Well, I just can't believe there isn't... I don't know. I just can't believe there isn't more outrage among Hollywood people. But it doesn't surprise me. They're all shallow.
Absolutely. They're all after
you were
jobs.
great. during that time. You know, you were just a lone voice, and my teenage kids would listen to you, you know, every day and say, you know, take heart. You know, Howard Stern said this.
The one lone voice.
The other lone.
The other
loner.
Yeah.
You got one friend.
Yeah.
He has no others, but
you should have just adopted me. No,
I ever wonder why someone has two therapists for all those years every single day?
Yeah, because something must really be troubling him.
Yeah. He had one therapist for like the first 40 years, and then he had two therapists. Well, three if you count the one that he was going to for the child. So those three he was seeing concurrently.
Wow.
Every day?
And I'm talking about Sundays, too.
Jeez.
It was after I found the pictures.
Wow.
Oh, goodness.
The pictures, that's when I shut the book. I just said, I can't take this anymore. I can't take it. The guy's got, and he leaves these naked pictures of Soon Yi right where Mia Farrow can find them. Right where she can find them. Because he wants to be discovered.
I thought that was a cry for help.
Yeah, and then I like when you finally throw Woody out, he goes, well, that means I'm free to date anyone, including Soon Yi. What are you, a psycho? You can get any woman you want on the planet. You're a wealthy man, you're a Hollywood director. What do you need her daughter for?
But, you know, the worst of it was he never understood that he did anything wrong.
No.
Or so he says. He doesn't care.
Is that it?
Yeah, I don't think he sees things in terms of right and wrong. That's when his therapist said it's not a therapist's job to moralize. You have to wonder what 45, what's Woody, 66 or
And then when are you going to learn?
You know, there is no morality.
Right.
He's not getting it from his therapist.
I believe your story entirely.
When he stood there at that press conference.
I know. I believe the whole thing.
The heart wants what the heart wants. I was like, what?
Yeah, there was one. He's a weird guy. He's just a weird guy. I mean, the more I read.
So anything you want to do, you just do?
You know what he had the nerve to say?
What?
After the pictures of Soon Yi, Mia discovers. You got to read this book. I'm telling you. After you discover the pictures and everything, he says, "Well, why don't we pick up from here and learn from this? We should learn from this."
She made a mistake.
We should learn from this. I'm saying I'm reading that. I go.
See now, he would have been a battered husband.
He would have said, "Okay, I've learned from this. I'm going to hit you over the head with a."
I'm going to beat the bleep out of you.
Yeah. Yeah, and you've lost contact with Soon Yi, of course, your daughter.
Of course. Yeah, I tried.
They ruined that.
For the first couple of years, I tried to get in touch with her, and I wrote to her, and I sent her stuff, and I sent her old scrapbooks and pictures of us and the kids and stuff, but I never heard.
I kind of got the impression from the book, too, that she had like a learning disability or something where she could be easily taken advantage of.
Yeah.
That's too bad. I know. It's kind of a sad story in a way, but you're an amazing person. I mean, you.
Well, that's one thing I would always say when this whole thing, started. I said, Soon Yi will be the one who's hurt the most.
Oh, yeah.
Because eventually he's going to go on to someone else, and she has no support system.
No.
An alta cock-a-meeshkite like you, Woody Allen. Shame on you, you dick. You are. You ought to release that girl. You maniac. What's the matter with you? You should be ashamed of yourself. You dick. I would never work with you. Never. Ever. You're nothing to me. You're garbage. You're garbage. You're human waste. Take a woman's daughter out of her house. You are garbage.
And also to rob that girl of her family.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. That's all. I read the book. I went nuts. But you wrote it so well.
Thank you.
You wrote it so well. It's really good. I mean, it's...
And it's about a lot more than Woody Allen, too.
It is.
Well, you've had a very rich life.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And a lot of it is...
First of all, I didn't know your sister... This was kind of interesting trivia. Your sister, the song Dear Prudence is about Mia's sister.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your sister's name is Prudence.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you hung out with the Beatles in India, with the Maharishi and the whole thing. I've been meditating over 20 years.
Have you?
Yeah, I do TM.
Really?
Yeah, I've been doing it over 20 years.
You didn't sneeze right in the middle of getting your mantra, did you?
No. I thought it was...
I got a little hay fever, and I put the flowers down like you're supposed to. It's a tradition.
Yeah.
And he gave me my mantra, and he said it so quiet. And I was leaning forward to catch it, and as he said it, I sneezed.
Do you still meditate, or you don't?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, wow. So you've been doing it a real long time.
Yeah, since 1967.
Twice a day and the whole thing, yeah.
No, I don't do it twice a day. Do you do it twice a day?
Oh, yeah, I'm kind of religious about it.
I should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do it in a crisis.
You ought to get Woody to meditate.
Well, please.
Maybe
he doesn't
that'll
want to be in
help.
a room alone with himself.
No, because I think deep down he's shallow.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't think he'd have anywhere to go.
Maybe there's no soul there.
Yeah, he'd sink right into nothing.
I'm surprised you never dated one of the Beatles.
Oh, I would have in a flash, John.
Yeah.
But they were all married or had girlfriends.
Oh, and the girlfriends were there with them?
Yeah, Cynthia was with John. That's how far back that was.
Right.
And Paul had Jane Asher.
Right.
Ringo had Maureen.
Right.
And George had Patty Harrison.
But you were attracted to them, right? I would imagine a woman would be pretty taken with the Beatles.
I was real attracted to John, and he was the first, because my marriage with Frank had just broken up, so he was the first guy after Frank that I was really attracted to.
But did you sense that he was attracted to you as well?
I didn't sense it.
No?
Cynthia was right there anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was married. I didn't allow it to get...
He was a flirt, though, wasn't he? You didn't pick that up?
I didn't know.
Really?
No.
He flirted with me quite often.
Yeah.
It's amazing how you always hung around with like famous people and dated famous people.
But she lived in that world all of her life. It was like normal for her.
I think it's a world where most of those people hate my guts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a world I'm not part of. I'm kind of happy those people hate my guts, quite frankly.
Now you're a big movie star, though.
Yeah, but so what? I had a
I mean, being in the movie crashes those barriers.
Yeah, but
because they start to say, well, you know what the hell? He could give me a job.
Yeah, my life doesn't change from that anyway.
Oh, it does. You just don't go out.
Right. I stay home, so I don't know what's going on.
Everybody will be real nice to you in Hollywood.
Oh, would they?
Yeah.
Yeah, screw them. I don't care about that. You know what I mean? I just care about the work.
Are you going to do another movie?
Yeah, I'm going to do another movie. In fact, I kind of have a pretty interesting script right now. I don't know. I don't know.
So you got a big announcement for us soon?
No, I don't know. I want to have the summer free, though, unless something really cool happens where I got to start doing it. But I did like acting, man. That was good.
It is fun.
And then when the New York Times and stuff all said I was a good actor, that was really pleasing.
Everybody said you were good.
Yeah, that was good. That was good to hear. You know what I mean?
I knew you were going to be good. When I was talking to you and you were talking about what you were going through at that time, and you were as Fart Man.
Right. I was sitting there, I meet Mia Farrow, and I'm in my Fart Man costume, and I'm like, oh, God, why does she have to see me like this with my big ass sticking out, and, my belly, and, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but from the way you were talking about acting, I could tell that you'd gotten into it.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to be good. Then it was great reading all those reviews.
Yeah, that was fun.
Amazing. One after another.
I was sitting there, talking to Mia, and she had all her kids around, and, like, one of the kids is in a wheelchair, one of the kids was blind, and I'm going, wow. And she's so good with them. It's like, man, I'm so shallow.
Well, she manages to work and be with her children.
I don't know how you do that.
Well, I bring him with me.
Yeah, I know. They're everywhere.
He won't bring his.
No.
Well, he's got Alice. I need a wife.
And it's
you
a
need
good
a wife.
thing, too.
That's your problem. And you know what's weird, too, in the book? You kind of, like, lead me to believe that you don't really have that much money. You're sort of, not in poverty. But the apartment that you had in Manhattan was really a rent control apartment.
Yeah, that my mom had for 35 years or something.
You don't have that anymore?
No.
No.
Well, rent control was changing, and we wanted to get out of the city. I didn't want to be here anymore.
Yeah.
It's better for the kids, they got their horses now and everything.
Yeah, sounds pretty cool. She's got like a farm or something.
Yeah, we have a real farm now.
I'm going to come up and visit you, but I'm not bringing my wife and kids. I just want to hang with you and get to know you a little bit. You know what I mean?
I would suggest putting him to work.
Yeah, I want to do some farm work.
Yes.
Yeah. I told my wife, I said, yeah, Mia Farrow invited us up to her house, but with you guys, so I might want to go. You guys can go. I'm not going. I didn't realize you were invited. And so now you have this quiet country life.
Yeah.
You just kind of hang out.
Yeah.
And that's
and
it.
you don't have to work, do you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you do?
You can't have this many children and not have to work.
I mean, you should see the expenses.
Oh, I can imagine.
I'm going through this thing. It's unbelievable how much money you got to spend.
Because a lot of the kids have special needs, too, right?
Talk about, like, when you write in the book, like, just to go, and let's say everybody wants a sandwich for lunch. What do you got to go through, like 80 loaves of bread or something?
Yeah, if everybody wants a sandwich, it'd be like 2 loaves of bread. If everybody wants spaghetti, it'd be 4 packages of spaghetti.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
It'd be like 3 cans of tuna if everyone wants tuna. Everybody wants eggs, that'd be 3 dozen eggs.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
like feeding a team.
It's like having Walter Hudson in your house. It's outrageous.
It's like, your house, your family consists of a football team.
It's a camp. It's a summer camp going on there.
So you got to make these large orders of everything.
Don't you ever get? I get the impression in the book you don't ever get drained and you don't go, oh, I've had enough of this.
You must have a lot of help.
I have a woman who comes in from 9:30 to 4:30.
That's it.
A woman?
Yeah, one woman.
Oh, no.
She must really hate you. What What a life.
Get someone else. Get
Oh,
me
no,
some help.
it's lunchtime. Christ.
I thought you had an assembly line in the kitchen.
But they're all at school now.
Oh, okay.
Even the baby, who's
Oh,
3,
okay.
goes 2 mornings a week.
Uh-huh.
She's great.
Thank God.
My friend Judy.
Yeah.
She loves the kids.
But, you know, the one other thing we haven't addressed is, you know, Satchel.
Yes. Well, he gets 1 week, an hour a week visitation.
An hour a week
Woody
with
Allen.
Woody?
Which Woody hasn't taken him up on.
Right.
Oh, really?
Woody hasn't seen him for 2 years.
See, that's why you got to read the book, because if he can't see the little girl...
He doesn't want to see anybody.
Right. He says, I'll see the girl with Satchel, but if I can't see them both, I don't want to see them at all. That's what I'm saying. You get disgusted. You want to take the book and throw it out the window after a while, but it's cool.
Oh, nothing happened there.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
What a nut. It's not even funny.
Sheesh.
But isn't the beginning part of the book, isn't there a lot of funny stuff?
Yeah, no, there is. But it's a cool book. Trust me. It's very cool.
Thank you.
It's a good book.
And I can't
you know why you
remember-
were honest in it. I'm sick of these books where, I don't want to read about comedians and their stand-up routines. I want to read about people's real lives, because I'm a yenta.
Yeah.
Right. I want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know what's going on.
And I can't remember who it was, but I did in one of the tabloids see somebody, was on vacation and they were lounging on one of those chaises or something, taking the sun, and they had your book. And I think it was Sandra Bullock or somebody like that who was reading your book.
She's a yenta, too.
On vacation.
She's a big yenta. Sandra Bullock. Well, anyway,
I
the book...
was afraid nobody would buy it.
Oh, no. People are reading it.
No, people are reading it, believe me. You got plenty to say. Mia Farrow, a memoir, What Falls Away. Big picture of me in there. There's even pictures for you guys out there. I know that my audience likes pictures. We found that with my book. Every page I put a picture. Make everybody happy, you know what I mean?
I loved your book.
Thank you. Thanks. I can't believe you didn't see the movie.
I will. I'm waiting for it to come a little nearer.
Oh, no excuse. I could have set up a private screening, baby. You know what I mean?
I should have come to the premiere all dressed up.
Yeah, where were you?
I don't know, out of the country.
Busy on that farm every minute.
Yeah.
Got to get off that farm.
You didn't have a doctor screening?
Yeah. My doctors all showed up. I actually don't have any doctors, do I? No. And I'm staying away from therapists. I can see they don't do any good. Anyway, Mia Farrow, great to have you here.
Thank you very much for having me.
I'm glad you came in. I know there was some hesitation at first, like maybe you shouldn't come in. The people we called up and said, hey, would Mia Farrow come in? And they said, oh, we don't know. It's a whole big deal when you come somewhere. So
I wanted to see you.
I'm glad you came in, and the book's real good. I recommend it. Mia Farrow, What Falls Away. When's the last time I read a book?
Yeah, it's been a while.
It was raining Saturday. I just sat down in my chair, and I said, let me see this. And I start reading, I go, oh, my God. Oh, my Lord. Oh, man. Oh, God.
Did Allison read it?
Not yet, no. I told her about it, though. She wants to. I got her interested. She's a real top yenta. She's into that social work stuff.
Oh, yeah. She'll have an analysis.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, she would analyze you in 2 seconds. Wouldn't be right, but she'd analyze it.
Well, she'll analyze Woody as well. I was.
Oh, yeah, she would.
Robin, one question.
Yes.
Are you seeing Christopher Darden?
No, dear, I'm not seeing Christopher.
Please.
Because I watched the show. I watch it all the time, and you two are so perfect together.
Really?
Really? Well, there you go.
Well, you know what? You've been you've made some really bad choices. I'm not letting you choose for me.
You're right.
Robin is seeing Sidney Poitier now. And Mia made some good choices.
Oh, well, of course.
I just can't think of them right now.
I don't think we ought to let her choose men.
Frank Sinatra walks into your room the wedding night, and you gave yourself to him. You gave your virginity to him. I can't believe it. I never had a virgin.
Was he singing? Did he sing to you? Or?
No.
Hey, baby, I'm here.
He's a cool guy.
But he was so old. He was so much older than you.
He was 50, but he was great looking.
Really?
Yeah.
You're into older guys.
I was then.
Yeah. You're into that whole thing. That's like you looking for your father.
So they say. Yeah,
Who
there's
knows?
worse things to look for, right?
Right, exactly. What do I know? I'm not a therapist. Unbelievable. How'd you stay a virgin through Peyton Place? That's what I can't figure out.
Well, I met Frank at the beginning of Peyton Place. I just turned 19.
Right.
Peyton Place was like school.
Right.
I'd ride my horse in the morning. I'd go to Peyton Place.
Did you get dressed up for your wedding night? Like, did you put on like a silk, a peignoir or something?
No, I didn't. It wasn't a wedding night. We'd been going together for like 3 years when we got married.
Right.
I didn't get married till I was 21.
Right.
So, no, I visited him in Palm Springs. And,
right, and that was it.
And that was it.
Hey, baby.
How long did it take?
Before we actually...
Yeah. Did you hold out?
Well, it was a funny thing because he invited me to see a screening of his movie, and I went and I sat with him, and we were watching the movie, and I can't remember a thing about the movie, but that we were holding hands. And after the movie, he said, "Will you come back to Palm Springs with me? I'm flying back tonight on my own plane."
Oh God!
And I just babbled. I said, "Oh, you know, I haven't got my pajamas and and I have this cat, and he'll only eat baby food, and thank you very much, and I'm sorry about the hand holding, and just, Wow. I thought I was forward, that I shouldn't have done it. And he said, "No, well then come tomorrow if you're more comfortable. I'll send the plane for you." And I thought, he's going to send the plane for me and the cat. This is incredible. So all that night, I said, okay. And that night I just couldn't sleep at all. And the next morning I couldn't decide how many jars of cat food to bring, baby food, because if I stayed for the day, that was 2 jars. But if he thought I was going to stay overnight, then I'd have to bring 4 jars. And I brought 4 jars. It was like the boldest thing I ever did.
Wow.
We didn't make it through the afternoon.
Oh, boy.
Really?
I got there and he showed me around the house, and
he
had a separate room for me.
Yeah.
And then just
see, that's the best move.
What is he? He has a separate room.
I was in a separate room.
Right.
And I was holding the cat.
Yeah.
And I said, I better get a cat box because we'd flown all the way from L.A.
Right.
I get a cat. Can I set up my cat box now?
Yeah, litter box.
And he gave me a really great kiss.
Wow.
And that was it.
With the cat in your hand.
Yeah, I had the cat. He put the cat down.
He was like, "Hey, let me pet your pussy," and then and he went the pussy cat. No, that's the old line from the Johnny Carson show. Remember that?
No.
That's what happened on Johnny. Josh Gabor came on with a cat.
Yeah.
And Johnny said, "Can I pet your pussy?" You don't know that one? That was a all-time great line. That was really cool.
First time you ever played a compliment to Johnny.
Yeah, it was the only good thing Johnny ever did. Bastard. Another creep. All these Hollywood creeps. So, and then he kissed you.
He took the cat out of my arms. It was real romantic. And he put it on the floor.
Wow.
And I remember having the presence of mind to step on the leash.
Yeah.
Because
you didn't want the cat running out.
I didn't want the cat to run away.
Did the cat watch while Frank seduced you?
No.
That's weird. I won't let my cat in the room when I have sex.
We set up the cat box and we went in another room. And
he began you and disrobed you. Oh, man.
That was where it happened.
Wow.
Right in Palm Springs.
He undressed you?
Yeah.
He did. That's romantic. And I bet it hurt, too.
Howard.
Come on, your first time? Right? That's not pleasant. It has to hurt. Frank being so big. Should have broken in someone with like me. You wouldn't have hurt.
Frank.
Oh, really? That's all there is?
Oh, I can do this.
And did you like it the first time? Seriously?
It was a little fraught.
Yeah, probably quick,
oh,
too.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
it
messy.
was a little quick.
Right.
But I was there for a couple of days, and so it improved.
Wow. Wow. Can't believe it. Frank offered to break Woody's legs.
I know.
That's true.
Isn't that sweet of
Yeah, I think that's fantastic.
That's him showing his love.
I love you, baby. What do you need? You need his legs broken? It's Woody Allen.
You want I should break his legs?
That is sweet. See, that's sweet.
Yeah, well, he's sweet.
Yeah.
You have to
if you're on his good side.
Yeah.
You get your legs.
Your legs that are big broken.
Yeah. I've read stuff about him, though. He has a real creepy side, too, you say. Like, you didn't hang around long enough to see that.
I mean, how did he break up with you?
Oh, you did?
Yeah, well, I was doing a movie, and I was also supposed to do a movie for him when my movie ended. My movie was Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to end after 3 months. He had begun his movie. My start date was arriving, and Rosemary's Baby went three months over schedule. So he said, well, you got to leave your movie and come and do my movie.
Yeah.
I said, I can't do that. I've worked for 3 months on the movie. You can't just walk out.
Shouldn't.
But then it came out to either leave your movie or I'm leaving you.
Wow.
And I didn't believe it. I just didn't believe it.
Man, that's weird.
Then his lawyer came and served me with...
and you never asked him for a dime?
Of course not. I wouldn't do that.
That's unbelievable. Jeez, you're unbelievable. What a great gal.
Who would do that?
Who would do that?
Read the papers, Mia.
Yeah,
come on.
Who are they,
What are you talking about?
Who are they, those people? I mean, you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, a little alimony doesn't hurt. Could have helped with the kids. Could have bought a lot of sandwiches.
What's he doing with all that money, anyways? Just lying there.
He should leave you some money in his will for not taking any of his money when he was married to you. What is a Baba Booey?
I just found out about this, but Mia's editor just handed me a note. Mia's supposed to be plugging a book signing she's doing at Borders Book.
Oh, why don't you tell us?
Do you know when that is?
No, when is that?
Oh, it doesn't say it on this piece of paper. I'll find out.
Okay.
All right.
I know it's today.
Oh, is it really? You're going to go sign books somewhere?
Yeah.
Oh, why don't you tell me?
I
could have promoted that.
Oh, well, maybe you still can.
All right, I can. If you want to go meet Mia Farrow.
We don't know where yet, Howard.
We don't know where you can meet her.
Borders Books, I guess.
Borders
Where
Books.
is that?
Where is it, Gary?
From 1 to 2 o'clock today.
Oh.
Okay, so from 1 to 2 o'clock, you can go meet Mia Farrow. Say hello.
Borders Books, World Trade Center.
And I'll sign your book.
Man, that's got to be worth something. That's got to be worth a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, big bucks one day.
Yeah, no kidding.
Especially after I'm dead.
No, and you don't do a lot of book signings. Right.
Just last month.
But there hasn't been many.
No.
Yeah, you look great, by the way.
Thank you.
I was hot for you the day we were shooting. Look at her, all dolled
My
up.
mother thinks you're about the best-looking guy on television.
Really?
Movies. Yeah, my mother watches your show, listened to your show for years.
But then she liked Tarzan.
She's listening right now. She thinks you are the coolest.
Really?
Yeah. And she thinks Robin's so beautiful.
Oh, well, then she's
I'd like to go out with your mother.
She's really always loved. She was the best Jane. Your mother was the best Jane.
After that, there was no Jane.
You know why your mother likes me? She's never seen me in a loincloth. She'd throw up if she saw it. Well, if your mom's... let me give a shout-out to your mom. That's right. She was the original Jane, right? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Mom was the original Jane.
And you see some of those early films, she was in a really racy outfit.
Yeah, my dad...
They toned it down after a while. The first one
had open right.
My dad and I, every weekend, would sit and watch Tarzan over and over again. My father's a Tarzan freak.
Yeah.
And we would just have to sit there and watch Tarzan. But I loved it. I mean, we would just watch Tarzan, and he'd analyze Tarzan, everything about Tarzan. My father's like, Tarzan.
Yeah. But I saw, like, the very first one, and I was like, whoa, look at that outfit. It's falling off.
Hey, did your mom visit Johnny Weissmuller when he was in the old age home, and he thought he was Tarzan?
Yeah.
No kidding. Oh, I wish I had tape of that. Yeah. Wasn't he running down the hall screaming the Tarzan yell? I would have loved to see that.
Yeah.
Did they bury him as Tarzan, like Bela Lugosi was?
I don't know.
Like in the loincloth?
I don't know.
Don't you love guys who in Hollywood who flip out and become their characters at the end? That's like Bela Lugosi had to be buried as Dracula.
Is that true?
Isn't that unbelievable? And Johnny Weissmuller's the other guy. He was running down the halls of the old age home as Tarzan.
Yeah, well, Clayton Moore isn't far behind him. He's still running down.
He's the Lone Ranger. And I'll tell you something. They used to have to say, hey, Tarzan. If you said, hey, Johnny Weissmuller.
He wouldn't answer?
He wouldn't answer. It would be like, Tarzan. Come, and then, ugh. I mean, I would have...
If my mom comes to New York, let her come and do 10 minutes on
please.
her visits to
please.
Johnny Weissmuller.
I would kill for that. I would kill for that. I'm not kidding.
Goodness.
I'll break Woody Allen's legs if you bring your mom. Mia Farrow will be signing copies of her book, What Falls Away, at Borders Book at the World Trade Center. Go over and say hi to her today from 1 to 2 p.m. She's really an unbelievable woman.
Yeah.
And she has to go.
Okay.
Where's she off to?
I think she's doing like one of those satellite tours.
Oh, are you?
Okay.
Yeah, those are real fun.
Are they?
Yeah. Ask your mother how Cheetah is, by the way. I'm very concerned about him.
She hated Cheetah.
She hated Cheetah?
Yeah.
Good. I hate Cheetah.
She called Cheetah that bastard.
Now she calls Woody that bastard. There it is, Mia Farrow, What Falls Away. Make sure that you get a copy of this book. It's an incredible book. It's really good. And thanks for coming on the show. Yeah, love seeing you.
Thank you, Mia.
And thanks for being in my movie, too. I really appreciated that.
Pleasure. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, well, come on already. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
We got to get her a special copy.
Yeah, we'll be back right after these words.
More to come when the Howard Stern Show returns in a moment.
You're back on the Howard Stern Show.
Yeah, I am psyched. Guess who's on our phone right now? Lesky Pinson, the reporter who traveled to the... Let me make sure I know what I'm talking about. Traveled to Venezuela. I have him on the phone, unless anyone thinks this story wasn't true. Lesky, how are you?
What's happening? How's it going? I'm all right now. I'm better than I used to be.
Good. Lesky, you are...
I heard you were critical.
You are a reporter for the Weekly World News.
That's right. You know who we are. We're the black and white tabloid. You know, we're the only one that's black and white when you see it in the supermarkets.
Right. Lesky is an unusual name. Describe that to me. Is that what is that, an Australian name?
Well, actually, no, the doctor was going to deliver me. His name was Liskie, L-I-S-K-I-E. But
right.
He said, let's spell it Leskie, L-E-S-K-I-E, give him a name that's all his own. That's my own name. Lesky Pinson's my real name.
Yeah, this is for those of you who didn't hear this earlier, this is the amazing story of Lesky Pinson, who, never mind the fact that he was tracking a story in the wilds of Venezuela and that he got attacked by a snake and almost killed.
That's not the most incredible thing about the story.
We don't even care about that.
I know what you care about. Come on.
Let me read it. Pinson, 37 years old, was traveling to a tiny village outside Elorza to investigate reports of a tribe of savages who worship a faded photograph of American shock jock Howard Stern.
That's right. We'd heard about the story. Someone, apparently what happened, maybe some tourists went down there to go outside of Elorza, and they were traveling around. And what we think happened is the savages might have eaten the tourists and kept the photograph.
Is this really true?
Are you serious?
That's what we think happened, but unfortunately I didn't get to see the story, I didn't get to see the savages, because when I got off the plane, the very first thing that I stepped in, actually the second thing that I stepped in was a big pile of quicksand, and I went down in a hurry. There was a snake all over me. It was the worst thing ever, Howard. I'm telling you, it was frightening.
Let's set this story straight, though, for a second, Lesky.
How did you find out about this?
Yeah, first of all, let me back up. The Weekly World News, some people will say, hey, they make up a lot of these stories and things, but you're an actual reporter, and you really do follow through on these things, right? They're all stories that you have to track down.
We confirm them all. You know, we get hundreds of calls every day, people telling us crazy stories. We had one the other day that said Liberace was alive in New York. We called it back on it, to confirm the story, and come to find out, it was a hoax. So we couldn't run that in our paper. If we have 48 pages a week. If we have one story that's funny, that's going to throw away 47 other pages. We don't want to do that.
Right.
So we'd be crazy to do that.
You track down every story.
We do as much as we can. I'll tell you, the fact is this, if someone, like a farmer in Iowa, says, his turkey's possessed by the devil, for heaven's sake,
Right.
If they call the local newspaper, they'll hang up the phone, they'll throw the phone down, they won't pay any attention to them. Call the Week World News, we let our readers decide for themselves, and we give people a forum to voice what they think might happen. If he thinks his turkey's possessed by the devil, I say, send me the picture of the thing. Let me see what it looks like.
All right, so when you got a report, how did you get this report that there were savages in Venezuela actually worshiping my picture?
We take 350 newspapers a day from all over the world, all over the country, bringing the newspapers in here. They throw them down the floor. We read through them.
Right.
And apparently it was just a little short. Some newspapers run the best stories they have, a little short thing on page one, just a little two-graph. They call it a short talker at the bottom of the page.
Right.
On the left-hand corner, a little two-graph. We had a story about a woman in Arizona who nearly died on a 10-pound hairball she had in her stomach, had to have it removed, and it's an emergency. She'd taken it in, chewing on her hair for years. She had a 10-pound hairball in her stomach, nearly died because of it. They ran that story in a Phoenix newspaper, two graphs at the bottom of the page. That's a big story for us. We read that full page.
You're into the unusual stories, obviously. Now,
stories.
So you were going through all of these newspapers, and you read in one of these newspapers that there are savages worshiping shock jock Howard Stern's picture.
We saw your picture at the bottom of the page, a little thumbnail picture, like a little tiny picture at the bottom of the page.
This was a Venezuelan newspaper, I take it?
Venezuelan newspaper, so I said, I can't read this. It's in Venezuelan or whatever foreign language they speak down there. I gave it to someone else. They were able to translate it for me and said Howard Stern is very popular in the outback here in Venezuela.
Wow. So, to the best of your knowledge, from what you had read, you seem to think that a group of tourists were down there. They could have been eaten because these are cannibals?
These are cannibals.
All right.
Then why would you go?
That's what I'm saying. Now, when you go down there, did you take, guns with you and stuff? I mean, you must have been scared.
Well, I had a guide with me, a tourist guide with me, who ended up taking the picture that you see here in the paper.
Yes, the one with you wrestling a snake.
Here I'm wrestling a 14-foot snake all over me. This guy's taking pictures of me. I asked him later, why'd you do that for?
Yeah.
He says, I figured you want me to document the event. That's ridiculous. Get the snake off me. First, I'll pose as a fake snake if you want me to, if you want to document an event.
So you were trapped in quicksand and all that stuff, and you never got to the village.
I'm trying to scream for help. The quicksand's in my mouth and my ears. It's kind of like that. Remember Ovaltine?
Right. Now,
it's like Ovaltine, the top of Ovaltine.
Now, so when you went down there, so were you very far away from this village of savages? Will you go back? Will you try to track this story down?
From what I understand, I was 3 miles from the savages, but, going through heavy bush and heavy brush and everything, so it may have taken me another hour and a half, perhaps.
Wow.
But we hope to go back down there.
I don't understand why he thinks that they wouldn't eat him because he has a guide.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me either.
That's kind of tricky, isn't it? You got to be careful.
Right.
I try to catch them after dinner is what you try to do. Try to go at a time. They've already eaten. They're not hungry now. But I'll tell you what.
No, but wait a second. Is someone going to track down this story? Because I would love to.
Are you going back?
I would like to go down there and imagine I walk in. If they're worshiping me, I'm like God to them.
Well, yeah, but you might be dessert to them also. You got to be careful.
I was going to say, he's not sure they were worshiping him.
Well, what are they doing with this picture? In other words, does anyone know what the picture is? Is it my publicity photo? I mean, what do we know?
We think it was a photograph that came out of a British newspaper.
I see.
Maybe a newspaper photograph that's been carried around. It's British tourists that took it over there, and they was hanging up. They think it's hanging up in the center point of their little village down here. They're all dancing around it at night. Every night they have a dancing ceremony. That's what I wanted to confirm. I wanted to get pictures of them dancing around your photograph.
Right.
That would have been cool. That would have been hot.
That would be unbelievable. I got to get confirmation of this.
I tell you, this is a better Howard Stern story than this coming out in our May 27th.
What's that?
Oh my gosh, we got a full-page Howard Stern story coming out.
You're kidding me.
In the May 27th story.
No, what did I do?
It's May 20. It's nothing you've done. Something that might surprise you. As a matter of fact, it's coming out in the edition 2 weeks from now. It comes out on May the 20th.
And what is it going to say?
Yeah, well, I can't tell exactly what it says, but I can give you a clue. It has to deal with you and, let's see, a famous French general that always has his hand stuck in his shirt. That's all I can tell you.
A famous what?
French general who had his hand stuck in his shirt. That would be Napoleon.
Napoleon.
There's a possibility. You and he and a story and the picture on it. You're going to love this picture. Our staff artist, Dick Culpit, drew this photograph, drew this picture of it. It's an illustration. You're going to love it.
Is this that I am a relative of Napoleon's?
I can't tell you that.
Because I believe that might be true.
I can't tell you that, but I can tell you this. I'm going to FedEx you one of these, so you'll have this tomorrow.
Please, I would love to see that. And
it's going to be great.
If you can help us out with any information on this savage tribe that is actually going around worshiping my picture, I must have confirmation on this.
Well, I've asked Eddie Clance, the editor of Weekly World News, wants to send another stringer down there.
Please, or take video of it, or we will send our own stringer, Stuttering John, down there if you can just give me some information.
Yeah, we'll have Stuttering John accompany whoever goes.
Yeah, on safari.
He'd be a buffet for them, I'm afraid. That would not be a good idea.
Please don't let this story drop.
Yeah, it's a good story.
It's a wonderful story. It's a wonderful story. And good luck to you, Lesky Pinson, who is recovering now from his bout with wrestling a snake.
In quicksand.
In Venezuela. There are pictures of it in the Weekly World News as they try to track down this unbelievable story that I am being worshipped by savages in Venezuela. Thank you.
No problem.
Fantastic. Unbelievable.
We'll be back with the Howard Stern Show in a moment. Howard.
Hey, you know what? Rather than take a break, why don't we do the first news story, and then we'll take a break.
Well, the first news story, of course, is Eddie Murphy. The big news this weekend was that Eddie Murphy on Friday was stopped by police and told that he had a hooker in his car. The hooker was arrested because of a violation of probation on a previous prostitution charge, and Eddie Murphy was released.
Tell the excuse Eddie Murphy gave.
Eddie then went on Entertainment Tonight because he couldn't believe the big uproar that he had been stopped by police, and he said, "I am a family man. I love my wife. I'm not gay." He claims to not have known that this was a man.
Right.
That he stopped to pick up a Hawaiian woman, and he said he was restless at 4:45 in the morning and decided to go out and get a paper, and he just saw this person who looked like they were in distress, and he decided to help.
Get in, buddy.
Well, we had maybe 3 or 4 people, including one ex-police officer, say that they have spotted or seen Eddie Murphy with transvestites before. I tell you something, I don't know if any of that is true.
I have a fact right here that said Eddie Murphy was not only attempting to pick up a prostitute, he was definitely seeking out a transsexual.
No, who's writing that, though?
Murphy has been known for years on the transvestite, transsexual underground circuit for his preference for pre-op transsexuals, having boobs and a penis. And there are many in New York who can also relate stories about being picked up and having sex with him. I should know. I'm part of that underground.
I don't know. You see, now all this is going to be happening. We need confirmation.
The lingo we use for men like Eddie is tranny chasers. Men who are attracted to and chase transgendered females.
Tranny chaser.
Murphy and his publicist are saying that he was unaware that his passenger was actually a man, but Eddie knew perfectly well what was going on.
Okay. And Gary, what I want you to do today is rent every Eddie Murphy movie, and let's get a whole bunch of clips, and then we'll write a fake interview with Eddie. You know what I mean? Yeah. That'll be fun. All right, we got a big assignment for you. Fa-fa-fooey. Amy, make sure he gets that.
Now, the transsexual in question...
Yeah, when are we going to get to interview her?
Yeah.
Says now, I read in the paper yesterday that person is very upset. They wanted this to be a very low-key thing.
Yeah.
And now that Eddie has gone on television and done an interview, that person is saying, according to cousins and other relatives, that he's going to tell his whole story, and his story is a little different than the one that Eddie Murphy is telling.
Gee, you're kidding.
I hear.
Gee, who'd expect that?
And the other thing that came out was that this person was quoted in a London tabloid as saying that Eddie Murphy, that they knew Eddie and that they had been with Eddie a couple of different times, and that Eddie had paid $200 just to look at his feet.
Wow. Hey, do you think Eddie would pay to look at my feet?
Can I ask you a question now?
I'm being serious. I mean, I have gorgeous feet. That's all I have good looking.
I think he likes painted toenails on big size 13.
I could do that.
Sure. Wouldn't you rather have the guy saying you had sex with him than
look at his feet? Yeah. Yeah, you know? That's weird.
Now you think there's something wrong with the guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool if you had sex with him. Just don't look at his feet.
Homo says what?
Well...
No, keep it close.
Eddie says that, you know, he's not going to jeopardize his health either.
Right.
And he makes a point. He says, if I was going to have sex with her, why wouldn't I just turn down some dark alley?
Maybe he was on his way to a hotel.
No, then maybe we're missing the whole point.
Go ahead.
They didn't have to pull off and go anywhere if all he's doing was looking at his feet in the car.
Listen, Jackie,
no,
get
but
with
if it's true that this person knew Eddie and Eddie had been to the house a number of times, he could have very well been driving her home.
Right. That's right. Why not?
Yeah.
Why have sex in a car? I don't like sex in a car. I know a lot of guys get off on that. I hate it. I've never had sex in a car because I find I'm too tall. I'm uncomfortable. And when you got a guy with big clodhoppers in the car, you want to get home and look at those in the light. I mean, if I was into looking at guys' feet, I want a nice flashlight so I could examine them.
Oh, yeah?
You know, it's weird enough to be into looking at women's feet.
Yeah.
But these are guys.
I know. Yeah, I mean, if 1/10 of this is true, it's bad.
Like what you see?
Hey, buddy. Can I take a look at your feet for $500 an hour?
Sure.
Your feet.
Big hairy toes.
There's no living this down.
No. No, there is none. It's over.
For Eddie, this is it.
Yeah, poor Eddie.
He likes transgendered women.
It's over, Johnny. It's over.
Go to his movies barefoot.
Yeah. Let's all go to his premiere barefoot.
With painted toenails.
Yeah. Hey, you think he'll go on Oprah and do an interview about this, like Ellen DeGeneres? I like men's feet.
With his transgendered friend. Coming out.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
This is a beauty.
Yeah,
there's a multifaceted
endless
beauty.
opportunities to goof.
You know, Jackie and I were just talking about how strange it is that people actually attacked Ivan Reitman and Betty Thomas for working with you.
Now they're embroiled in this.
And meanwhile, I turned out to be normal.
At the announcement of working with you, they were attacked vehemently by people in show business.
Now they're tied to treasure.
Poor Ivan goes to honor the 25th anniversary of Animal House, and he gets attacked. And yet, when he signed to do a movie with Anne Heche, nobody said a word.
Right.
When Betty took Eddie Murphy's next film as her film,
Family Man,
everybody said fine.
Thank God you got past that Howard Stern thing.
Yeah. Now we got Dr. Do guys.
Yeah.
Dr. Do guys.
Dr. Do trannies.
Yeah.
Dr. Foot Fetish.
If I was Betty, I'd be on the set of Dr. Dolittle today, and I'd show my feet. I'd go, look at my feet.
Wrong feet.
Hey, you got nice feet for a woman.
Hey, Betty, take off those shoes.
Is that still shooting, Howard?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they said, all weekend, they would have liked to have gotten to him, but he was on the set.
That's why I didn't call Betty this weekend, because we speak to each other sometimes, but I didn't want to call up. But
just imagine the crew and everything. Oh, man.
It's got to be hard for him. But you know what? Because... Is there any chance that Eddie could have just been picking somebody up to help him? I would say no.
Well, there have always been those stories about how he hands homeless people lots of money.
There you go.
But he never put them in a car.
No. Well, they stink. You smelled homeless people. They go to their bathroom in their pants.
Well, all I know
they can clear out a whole subway car.
Were they on their way to where this person lived? I mean, does anybody...
I said the police account... See, now, this is the discrepancy. Eddie says he was stopped at a stoplight.
Yeah.
The police say he pulled over.
No.
And that, there was a little conversation.
Aren't those the same racist cops that framed O.J.?
Right. I don't know if Mark Furman was on patrol that night.
How about Eddie Murphy comes out and says, these racist cops.
Oh, boy.
Really, gives the O.J. defense.
Yeah. O.J., get in the car.
I was framed.
I just know that there are discrepancies as to whether he was just stopped at a stoplight and noticed someone who he thought was in trouble and should get off the street.
At least maybe he thought it was a woman. We could say that at least.
Like O.J. was going to Nicole's grave, he just happened to be going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, toward Mexico.
Right.
But they say he slowed down, picked up this person. They followed him for 2 miles.
Right.
And then pulled him over and said, look, that person's a hooker. And you ought to be careful and go home, Mr. Murphy, is what they told him.
Right.
And so he claims that he was just trying to give a person a little help.
At 4 in the morning.
And the reason he wasn't charged with anything is because he wasn't doing anything wrong.
That happens. Yeah, maybe he's a good guy. Maybe he's just a good Samaritan. You don't know. I guess in the next couple of days we'll be seeing lots of different stories, and I think Eddie will call in tomorrow and settle all this once and for all.
Well, I also say it's time for all transsexuals to come forward if they have Eddie Murphy stories.
Eddie, call in tomorrow. Straighten this thing out, for God's sakes. Come on. What's
Those cops couldn't have had any idea it was him till they pulled him over, right?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they know his plates or something.
Yeah, it says 48 hours on the back.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah.
Really, man.
Ote. Gumby.
Or Velvet Jones.
Right. Gumby 1.
Beverly Hills Tag.
He says he's not gay, Jackie.
No, he's Jackie.
Not gay. Of course he's not gay.
Of course not.
He might be a little mixed up.
Homo says what?
When you knew Eddie, did you ever look at your feet?
No, not that I remember.
Right.
But
he liked girls.
Because you know what? If he saw your feet, he probably wouldn't be at the feet anymore.
You know what? He was so young, he wasn't even into that craziness about girls. He was just so into doing what he was doing.
Of course he wasn't crazy about girls.
They didn't have a penis. Hey, just because he picked up, doesn't mean... Well, listen, let's just say in all fairness to Eddie, it doesn't mean he's...
Look. All right, ask yourself these questions.
You never went out at 4 o'clock in the morning to get a paper and came home with a girl that had a penis.
That's what I was going to say. I never had that happen.
All I know is there are savages somewhere in Venezuela worshiping me as we sit and make fun of Eddie Murphy.
And you know what? That's not as weird as the Eddie story.
No.
But, this happens to a lot of guys who, sometimes they take their very, very expensive vehicles and they stop somewhere and a woman leans into the car and then they get caught.
Yeah.
And they always say, I was just sitting there.
Right.
I didn't do anything.
Joey Buttafuoco said that. Seriously. Didn't he say he got arrested?
I was fooling around. I was just having a good time.
Right.
Entrapped.
Joey, though, was at least with a woman.
And, the newspaper man who Eddie goes to buy the papers from.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is a known area where transsexuals and gay men hang out,
yes.
Who prostitute themselves.
Yeah.
And he says that Eddie comes down there quite often.
Okay.
He's a news hound.
What is he, with the FBI? He's got to monitor stuff?
Well, he's like the Weekly World News. He has to read all the papers.
Boy, Eddie's well read. Mr. Murphy, this is the 5th time today you've been here for the same newspaper. Well, I like the news, but it's the same goddamn news. So you got to wait.
New edition.
Do you have a copy of Homo Life?
And he says that, Eddie's down there at that time of the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and the guy says, as far as he's concerned, this is his own personal opinion.
Right.
You come down to that area for a reason.
See, this is just
is this close to Eddie's house? There are a number of questions.
Yeah.
Or is Eddie driving out of his way to get there?
Eddie, please call in so we can just straighten this whole thing out. For God's sakes, we'll ask the questions. You just answer them simply. For God's sakes, the longer you wait, the worse it's going to get. Just call in now.
Clear the air.
Yeah. Because as we turn this in our mind, it just looks worse.
Right.
Clear the air.
We got to, I don't know what we got to do.
Don't know what to do.
We'll be back with the Howard Stern Show in a moment. Howard.
So far, no one from his bosses to the FCC has been able to muzzle him. And his outrageous behavior has taken him to the top. So now, in all his uninhibited glory...
Wait a second. Gotcha. Wait!
The Howard Stern Show.
Yeah, Farrell will be signing copies. Yeah. Okay. Wouldn't it be great if it turned out that Eddie Murphy was, in fact, just like giving somebody a ride? Like I was saying, like when the guy from the Weekly World News says, hey, there's going to be a story about you, I go, who did I give a ride to? Maybe it turns out that it'd be unbelievable. Now we're getting so many calls from stuff. This is a city cop who says he pulled up to Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, and there were transsexuals in the car, and he says this happened 10 years ago.
Uh-oh.
Is that true?
How you doing, Howard?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 9 years ago or so, when I first started listening to your show, we had pulled Eddie Murphy. Well, actually, we pulled up to a limousine. Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall were in the car together in the limo, and they had a couple of transvestites in there. And, instead of making a big thing about it, what we used to do was arrest the prostitutes down on 11th Avenue. So,
but they weren't prostitutes. They were just transvestites.
They were transvestites, prostitutes, like that. I mean, everyone in Manhattan knew.
Now, how did you know they were transvestites? Because these are guys that you see on the regular beat?
Yeah, we'd see them when we, rode around and stuff.
See, these stories are coming through like crazy.
But now this guy's saying everyone knew that Eddie was into this.
Yeah, so why wouldn't this surface? You see, that's why I never, in all fairness to Eddie Murphy.
What else do you know that we don't know?
Yeah,
I had called your office.
You're like, why don't we know? You had called.
Give us another scoop.
Gary did confirm this. This guy did call us 9 years ago with the information.
Really?
Yeah, but of course, we couldn't confirm that this guy was even a cop.
Not only that, it wasn't a subject you guys were talking about that day. So
yeah, well, we could have
made room.
Yeah, well, I tried my best.
The point is, though, we're not like the National Enquirer, where we have reporters who are equipped to go out and handle these stories and find out if they're true or not.
Maybe we have to start building an investigative team, so when we get these calls, we can go stake out this situation.
Well, let me ask you something, officer. Do you think he really is into feet? Because that's the weirdest part of all of it.
I don't know about feet, but he's definitely into transvestites and male prostitutes.
So you say?
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm telling you.
All right, well, I'm just saying, there's no way I can confirm that your story's true, and now it's now he's an easy target, and everyone's going to be, trying to...
Without a doubt. On another occasion, he was riding around, he had a black Mercedes, and he was riding around, and we even pulled up to him, we talked to him, and, he kind of shook it off, was laughing, like he was just...
Wait, you tried to warn him not to do this?
No, we saw it was Eddie Murphy, we wanted to talk to him and stuff, we talked to him, and he was trying to give us a story, he was on...
Why wouldn't you guys bust him if he was picking up a prostitute?
Well, the thing is, we didn't see them actually get in the car, they were already in the car.
Oh, I see.
You have two...
Eddie's good.
How's he get him in the car without...
the police can never catch him.
I know, I like that.
And that's my story.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, thanks.
All right. Again, we don't know if that guy could be a garbage man for all we know. We don't know if he's a cop. Although Gary confirms he did call him like 9 years ago with that story.
See? Now there's years of evidence.
Eddie, please call in and stop all these guys from calling. Would you just...
How's he going to do that?
He'll explain the whole thing. I know it. Don't tell me you're into feet.
Is that a bad thing? I mean,
that's a bad thing.
We've been having the argument as to whether it would be worse to be having sex with trannies or just looking at their feet.
It's worse to be looking at their feet. Yeah,
not if you're Eddie's wife.
I wonder. Wouldn't it be great if we found out that Eddie's wife was a man, Robin?
I really did. I started examining her yesterday. I said, wait a minute. Is she a man?
No.
No, I know she's had a couple of kids, so she can't possibly be. But then I started to look at her, and I said, she looks like a transsexual.
Do you think Arsenio's a man? Yeah, he's a man.
I think so.
Yeah.
But you can't stop this kind of stuff once it gets started.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling him to just call in and straighten the whole thing out.
Don't you think that Hugh Grant is still seeing hookers?
Oh, I think so, yeah. Police.
Whenever you see it, what do you think?
Hey, you want to hear a bitch of a story real quick?
What?
Henry Hill was on our show Friday.
Yes.
And he came in and he didn't have a thing to say, and he was just like, he was just like in a coma. So,
you know what was really funny? I thought about that tape. He was supposed to be giving us a video tour of where bodies were buried, and it turned out to be a real estate film where he showed us houses.
Well, anyway, so Henry went on Geraldo after our show, broke down on the show, and his girlfriend admitted she was a heroin addict.
You're kidding.
And then I guess Henry admitted that he had some drug problem.
I read in the paper that he admitted that he was wasting away because of his alcohol and drug addiction.
Yeah.
And they did have the pictures of this big fat Henry Hill in a beard, with dark glasses, the guy we were used to seeing.
And we, of course, flew him in and did all the, have had Henry on the phone. Like, if he's going to give an exclusive, why didn't he tell us?
He won't tell us anything.
No.
Break down for Geraldo.
Yeah, for Geraldo. Break down here. For Christ's sake.
Where is he now?
Who knows? Had it with him. That's it. You know, you can't trust these mob guys.
And the girl is on heroin?
That's what Gary was saying. I don't know. I don't know if she was on heroin or Henry was.
In the paper.
Maybe Henry was on heroin, not her. I don't know what the whole story was. Or somebody was on heroin or some kind of drug.
I only know he said he was addicted to drugs and alcohol, you know, and he couldn't beat it.
Oh.
He's been in rehab a number of times.
Okay, so maybe it wasn't the girl, but it was him.
Okay,
yeah,
because
great.
that's all I read.
Yeah.
Whew. Thanks a lot, Henry Hill.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in Chicago, what?
There's a woman, a transsexual, says she hung out with Eddie.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Eddie, the longer you remain silent, the only side that's being told is their side.
There you go. Yes?
Howard.
Oh, this is not even a transsexual.
Are you? What are you, a transvestite?
I'm a pre-op transsexual.
You are a guy
yeah.
who is trying to pretend that you're a pre-sexual.
No.
You
hey,
made
come on, man. Let the guy
up.
Robin, hey, come on.
Listen to this. He hasn't taken one hormone.
What are you, the FBI?
Robin, be nice.
Let the guy do his thing. Yeah, so what happened with you?
Well,
Your voice is cracking.
Yeah, what?
When I was with Eddie, he does a very interesting thing.
Want to see your feet?
No, besides that. He starts making out with me. And then he screams, a Baba Booey, a Baba Booey.
See, you're being Baba Booey.
I know we are. So what? It's funny. Yeah.
He's a good lover.
So after he yelled out Baba Booey, what did he do?
We started to watch some of his old movies.
That I don't believe.
It's true.
I believe everything else, not that.
But
all right.
Silliness.
Silliness on this show, ridiculous.
Worst voice we ever had.
Oh, wait.
Jackie's a better impression.
Here's a guy on line 16 says his team busted Eddie picking up the transvestite.
Wait a minute. This is the police officer?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hi.
Hey, Howard, what's up, man?
Now, you claim to be the police officer?
No, not me. It was the task force I was working with. It was like a team.
What's the team?
You know, it was like a public morals
Yeah,
team.
what's the, like, you know, how do you identify that team?
It's like the public morals. It's part of organized crime control.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so anyway, they were working on that. We were down there on a temporary assignment, you know, and it was on the Lower West Side, like where the meat market is.
Mm-hmm.
So what they did is they got him. He was in a car with one. And they saw him in there, and, you know, they were just about to do it, supposedly, and then they just kind of, like, let him go because it was him, you know, because it's kind of screwed up to, like, bust the guy, you know, because it was him. Because he would have been all over the papers and whatnot, so.
This is in New York?
Yeah, New York City. It was about 6-7 years ago.
I don't know.
It's getting worse, Howard. Before he was just picking him up, now he's about to do them.
Yeah.
Pretty soon he's going to be doing them.
Well, in defense of Eddie Murphy, you don't know that any one of these people is telling the truth.
No, I mean, that's...
I mean, I got to say
but
that.
if a guy wants to make up a story,
No.
why doesn't he have him going full-out sex?
That's true.
Howard, let me tell you something. If I was on the street and I caught you with a transvestite, I'd let you go because it was you.
Really? Thank you.
So
Absolutely.
this could have happened already.
Yeah. Actually, I've been caught on numerous occasions. Let me tell you something, sir. You will never catch me with a man in a car.
No, but if a man or a woman or anybody, I'll tell you something right now. I would never... I'm sorry?
Thank you. I appreciate
I
that.
would never, because you understand, if you got a regular Joe who's out there, nothing's going to happen to this guy. He gets a summons and he goes.
Right.
But a guy like you...
You wreck his career.
Well, of course.
life.
I wreck his life.
What? Because you want to have a good time for
Can
one
I say
night,
something to you? You are a great guy, and I'm going to tell you why.
No, you're a guy.
No. I'm going to tell you why you're a great guy. If a guy has sex with a prostitute one time,
right,
and then he goes, you know what? Not only was it a shallow experience, I love my wife, I love my family, I love my kids, I love everything.
Excuse me,
I want to finish my thought.
We don't
No, but maybe some people don't. And as this guy says, hey, man, a regular Joe, you bust him, nothing will happen. You take a guy like Eddie Murphy, you take anybody in the public eye, and then all of a sudden you wreck his life, you wreck his marriage, you wreck everything.
Yeah, but that guy knows that when he leaves his house,
So
that
what?
he's risking his
So what?
entire life.
Because you got to get a little, you know what I'm saying? He's got to get a little. You don't have a penis, you don't understand, right? I want to say that this officer right here should be a decorated officer. Because he understands the human condition. He understands humanity.
And tell all the women why you're honoring.
You know what it is? He's not a hard-on, anal retentive who's got to follow every goddamn law in the book, right?
Well, I guess.
I hear you.
You know,
all I know
discretion.
is this. I get sick of people's images. I get sick of people telling other people how to live their lives.
But Robin, it's like with the police officers too. You got these guys out there doing it every day. I mean, New York City cops are so scrutinized. I mean, here's a guy.
You got better things to do than to bust some guy having a little fellatio.
There was a cop, like 7, 8 years ago, lost 30 days' pay for taking a scoop of ice cream from an ice cream shop on a hot summer day.
Right.
You know?
I hear you.
Well, that's wrong.
That's right. That is wrong. All right. Hey, thanks, man.
All right, man.
All right.
But I still say, if you catch Howard, let me know.
Well, thanks. Thanks a lot. Fortunately, I'm not going any hookers.
Only one time.
Just something. I'm going to put a private investigator on you and have him report every day on what you do.
Catch me doing.
Why don't we start with the last couple of weeks?
What last couple of weeks?
What have you been doing?
Riding my horse.
What else? What else?
Anything illegal? No, I don't think so.
All right, go ahead. Who knows? What else is in the news?
We've been talking about the situation in Chicago where a news station, a TV station there, has hired Jerry Springer.
Can I say something about that?
To be a commentator on their news.
Let me say something, first of all. I saw this woman, the Chicago anchor woman who quit. Carol Marin, yeah.
Oh, it's Marin.
Yeah, I saw her on CNN. She was on a show of, I forget the Bernard Kalb show. I don't know what they call it. So anyway, I'm watching this show, and she comes on all full of herself. And she goes, I am not going to be part of a news organization that has Jerry Springer doing commentary. Now come off it. Local news has gotten so tabloid. Plus, to resign over Jerry Springer when he hasn't even done a commentary yet. She hasn't even heard what he had to say. Maybe it would have been good commentary. You know, it's this whole attitude, this holier-than-thou attitude of these anchor people, that somehow they have some sort of integrity when they're doing tabloid news every night. No worse than Jerry Springer. You don't hear on local Channel 4 they got Sally Jesse Raphael doing makeovers for the week?
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, I mean, so what if that's what
Sue
people...
Simmons has not had a problem.
No, of course. Sue Simmons keeps her mouth shut. She'll never get another job. Of course. And, I mean, this woman in Chicago is making like she's doing something
Well,
there.
I have to applaud her integrity. She said she wasn't, going to go for it, and she has quit.
I got to tell you something. It's a little too late. If you had some integrity... Why not take half these stories out that they do on the news? Why is John Benet Ramsey's parents' press conference the lead story in Chicago?
Well,
it's tabloid.
Maybe she reached a limit. Maybe there was a line at which she would not cross.
She crossed the line a long time ago. Jerry Springer, first of all, this is what I mean about people in the press. People in the press say they want freedom of the press. They want to hear people's opinions. They want to hear the truth. They want to have freedom of speech. So Jerry Springer's a guy who I admit is a total putz.
Yeah.
I have no interest in hearing what he has to say. Those little commentaries he does at the end of the Jerry Springer show aren't exactly brilliant.
They're absolutely ludicrous.
Right. But okay, the guy at the local channel says, you know what, we want to do commentary. Springer's done it before. He's a popular host here in Chicago. Let's put him on. So all of a sudden the anchor woman, she's going to make a grandstand over this one thing. Hey, maybe Jerry Springer's going to be real good at it. Maybe he'll have something interesting to say. Who knows? Give him a chance. Give him a goddamn chance. As a matter of fact, I've been hired by ABC Television here locally to become their commentator. I haven't even announced it yet.
Is that true?
Yeah.
When do you start?
I start in 2 weeks. I will be on the Channel 7 News. Local. New York local. Wow. I will be the commentator.
Really?
That's right.
Do they know it?
Yes. I will be doing commentary.
With who?
With not the Bill Butel, the other guy.
Roz Abrams.
Roz Abrams. Yeah, the blonde hair guy doesn't want to sit there with me, so Roz Abrams will sit there with me.
Is that true?
Yes. Yes.
Stop it.
Yes. I have been hired to do local commentary. And I've told them I'm going to do it in a thong, and they still didn't say no. I'm telling you.
You're full of it.
Well, tune in 2 weeks to see if I'm not sitting there next to Roz Abrams.
Why would they start it in 2 weeks?
Because they want to do it outside of sweeps. Let me build up, and then for sweeps, I'm going to be really good. Thank you.
Please.
That's what they said.
You know what?
Jamie Tersis loves me.
You got to tell better lies.
I'm not telling you.
Your lies are getting as thin as Eddie Murphy.
Oh, well, then tune in 2 weeks on the ABC News doing commentary.
In a thong.
In a thong. I will be in a thong.
And I'll be watching.
Oh, boy.
The whole world will be watching. They're going to have the highest rated newscast. They know what they're doing.
But I don't see why they wouldn't use you in sweeps like you need to build.
I will be in sweeps. Believe me, I will be.
Well, why wouldn't they announce it?
I said it's going to be announced next week.
Just seems to me they could get a lot more out of it.
Yeah, they will. I wasn't supposed to say anything, but I couldn't help it.
Well, anyway, here's Carol Marine. She announced shortly after getting off the air that this was it for her.
She's an idiot. Carol Marin or Marine, as Robin says.
I saw a pronunciation guide that said it was Marine.
Carol Marine is a moron. She really is. She made me sick.
Not to be stupid, you moron.
This is that place in the newscast where Ron always wraps up the night with his kicker. He's given it to me tonight so that I can say goodbye. This is my last newscast.
Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.
Apparently, she had been in the market for quite some time and was a well-respected anchor. Here is Carol on what she thinks should be going on in the newsroom.
Yeah, no one hired her to be the spokesperson for what goes on in the newsroom. She's not the person responsible for the ratings.
I've always believed the best newsrooms are the ones filled with passion and debate. This one...
So you're cutting short the debate by not allowing this guy to give his opinion.
overflowed on both counts this week.
She is so wrong and probably realizes it by now, but she can't back out. It's absurd. If the station manager wants to put another voice on the station to offer commentary, why not wait around to hear it? If the guy's going on and his commentary is, hey, let's kill all the blacks and Jews, well, maybe you have a problem with it. You say, hey, I don't agree with this guy's commentary, and it's so offensive to me that I can no longer work alongside this guy. But who cares about somebody expressing their opinion on the news? That's what it's about. What's the difference if you take a camera and do a report on Jerry Springer and let him offer some commentary, or if he's sitting there in the studio? What is the difference?
Well, let me ask you something.
Why is John Benet Ramsey the lead story?
She's been in the field for a good few years now.
Yeah.
Maybe she came into the industry to do something else. And
Yeah.
she sees the industry going another way.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to be a part of it. What's the problem?
My darling, the industry's been going that way for the last 7 years. She's a little late.
And she said, finally, I've taken enough.
That's not what she's saying. She's looking for another job. She's going to go on another station. She's not getting out of the industry. She's not retiring by any means.
But I'm just saying, at that newsroom, obviously she's going to have to find a newsroom that's doing news the way she wants it.
Let me ask you something. Whose commentary is acceptable to her? In other words, if Jerry Springer's commentary isn't acceptable, who is it? A Republican? Does it have to be a Democrat? Does it have to be someone she agrees with politically? Does it have to be one of those dumb commentaries
maybe they were going to have Jerry Springer do wacky commentaries on nothing.
Can I say something?
Who knows? I don't know.
You know that one of the guys, Peter Jennings, right, has been doing commentary on the ABC radio network for years.
Mm-hmm.
He offers a 1-minute, 2-minute commentary. It is so boring. This guy is so safe.
But Carol wouldn't have a problem.
Carol would have no problem with him. He does the kind of commentary like, I believe public safety crossings are a good thing. Having an official outside of a school system that can help the children cross the street is very, very good. And I agree with it. How do you feel about this controversial opinion? You know,
they don't get one letter.
Yeah, right. I mean, come on. And Peter Jennings is as dumb as Larry King. I mean, the same kind of dopey commentary. What do you think, Jerry Springer is any brighter or stupider than anybody else? No. Let's hear what he's got to say. You know what? At this point, I want to hear what Jerry Springer's going to say. I'd like to know.
Well, I just don't see why you object to somebody doing what they want to do. If they want to quit.
Grandstanding. She's an idiot. Grandstanding idiot. Tough. Good. Now she's out of work. Now let's teach her a lesson. Let's put her. Let's not give her a job in any newsroom, and soon she'll be reading like the promos on Nickelodeon. Then we'll see how much integrity she has.
Or she'll really sell out and start doing a tabloid
You
show.
bet she will. You bet she will.
But this is something she felt like doing.
Look at Deborah Norville. Remember when she was serious about the news?
Oh, yeah.
And she couldn't get a job? She had to do a radio show, and then when she couldn't make it on radio, what did she end up doing?
Inside Edition.
There you go. She's going to be hosting Inside Edition, this Moran. I don't know. She'll be taking a job as a local bozo in Indianapolis. Screw her. She's a hypocrite. So-called journalist who wants to hear people's opinions only when they agree with her, when they fit her mold of what a journalist should be.
Here's Ron Majors, her co-anchor, who
pussied out and didn't leave?
He says he's going to work out his contract, even though he balked at the very beginning as well.
Yeah, he was going to quit, too.
He talks about Carol.
I think what I'll remember Carol for is
how stupid she was when she quit.
No matter what the story or where it was,
what a dummy.
to find it. And once she could find it, she could figure it out. And once she could figure it out, she could tell it to all of us in a clear and straightforward way.
Don't you love when anchor guys have to ad-lib and they can't do it?
The only people who have ever done our job know how difficult that is.
Yeah. This guy can't even talk without a teleprompter. And what's so great about it is it's like she died. Everyone's doing a eulogy. It's great. What I'll always remember is ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Yeah. Dummy. Left her job. That's good. You know who she's going to be hanging out with now? The guy who left Taxi after the first season. That was good.
Jeff Conaway?
Jeff Conaway, yeah. He's on Babylon 5 now. He plays a Wookiee. Stupid ass. Asswipe.
Well, she's getting a lot of support from colleagues.
Yeah, none of them are quitting, though. Go, Springer.
The Headline Club, Chicago's chapter of the Society of Professional Journalists, has voted a special Ethics in Journalism award for Maureen.
Eddie Murphy just called me. He says he feels bad for her, wants to give her a ride home. Maureen. Eddie Maureen.
Well, Jerry Springer's first commentary.
Go ahead.
Will be tonight.
Good.
On the news. I hope we get a tape of that.
Baba Booey, get me a tape of that.
We can play it here.
I want to hear his commentary. I got to hear what the Baba Booey.
We will see what forced her off the air.
I believe circus clowns should wear thongs. And I'm Jerry Springer. You know what he's going to do? He's probably going to do a commentary about local politics or something. Or, you know what? His first commentary will probably be about the controversy of him doing a
probably.
Newscast. That's what I would do. And then in 3 weeks, he'll run out of material, that dope. That half a dope.
This is the best thing that ever happened to him.
Of course. And it's wonderful for the local ratings. They're the #2 news station in Chicago. This should catapult them to #1.
I should hope. If this doesn't do it, nothing will.
Absolutely, Robin.
Tobacco officials and others are negotiating to come to a settlement of all of those lawsuits filed by state governments and local governments to get the tobacco industry to foot the bill for health care costs for people who have become ill because of cigarette smoking.
I'm watching 60 Minutes last night. They got the depositions. These are videotaped depositions of all the officials.
The dead people?
No. This is videotaped depositions of the heads of all the cigarette companies.
Uh-huh.
And each one, these guys are such dopes. Each one, they say to them, do you think nicotine is addictive? And each one goes, well, what's your definition of addictive? I don't know. The guy should turn to the camera and go, listen to me, all you dumbass lawyers. Yes, nicotine is addictive. Yes, you will die of lung cancer if you smoke. I don't care. Everybody knows it. If people want to smoke, I'll provide them cigarettes. There's no law against it.
But how do they do that now?
They were stupid. You know, God bless the alcohol industry. You go up to any guy who runs an alcohol company, you go to him, does alcohol ruin your liver? Absolutely. Can you die from alcohol? Absolutely. Oh, okay.
Is alcoholism a disease?
Absolutely. Whatever you say, we don't care. You want to run ads? You don't want to run ads? Nobody. Do you notice nobody sues the alcohol industry? Because they admit to everything.
Oh.
I don't know why these cigarette guys can't say it gives you cancer. Just say, yes, it's going to kill you. Who cares? Who cares? Let me do. Wait till you see me on my commentary on ABC News. This is my first commentary. I'm going to go, of course. Of course. Are you insane? Booze wrecks your liver. Guns make holes in people. There, I admitted everything. Now let's go party. Duh. The cigarette guys are jerks.
The cigarette people will reportedly bring some new concessions to the negotiation table. USA Today says tobacco companies are willing to accept new warning labels and a federal ban on most workplace smoking in exchange for partial legal immunity from civil lawsuits. They are also expected to give up this idea of total immunity from lawsuits.
That's dopes. You know, if I was some tobacco farmer out somewhere down south in Virginia or whatever, I would be furious with these guys running the companies. I'd say, what are you guys doing? You're ruining a good thing.
Well, for a while it looked like the way to go because then they didn't have to worry about the government jumping in and regulating them.
Honesty.
But then people started dropping dead.
I know, honesty is the best policy, Robin. All this stuff. The alcohol industry knew it for you. Yeah, sure.
They were looking short term. They weren't looking long term.
Like you go to a guy who runs an alcohol company, right? You go to him, excuse me, if I drink while I'm pregnant, will my baby's head shrink? Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you something. You know, put yourself in the mind of the cigarette manufacturer.
Yeah.
When they first came to ask the question...
Go ahead.
Nobody was definitely dying of cigarette
right. So back then, okay. But as soon as it became aware of it,
But the point was that's when they started asking the question.
Right.
They said, you know, we got an inkling here that this is dangerous. Now, they had been doing all the studies. They knew it was dangerous.
They should have just said it.
They lied then.
In fact, if I had a cigarette, I'm gonna start a cigarette. On the package, it's not the name of the cigarette's gonna be Death Inside. So you see all over the package.
Smoking death.
And I guarantee you, more kids will smoke that cigarette because it'll be cool.
Yeah, skull and crossbones on the
Yeah. I'm telling
back
you.
and everything.
You know
well, the new warning would say cigarettes kill, and the other warning would be cigarettes are addictive.
God.
So no beating around the bush here.
Yeah. Gee, I need someone to explain that to me.
They've also agreed to various restrictions on sales and advertising.
Joe Camel. Like, even these cigarette guys.
Yeah, they would give up Joe Camel.
Guy in 60 Minutes goes, look, the lawyer says to him, this Joe Camel, do you think it's teaching kids to smoke? He goes, no. He goes, well, wait a second. Let me ask you this. Before you started Joe Camel, how much of the youth market did you have? 3%, the guy says. All right. When you started Joe Camel, afterwards, how much of the youth market did you have? 13%. So the guy says, don't you think Joe Camel will convince some kids to smoke Camels? He goes, no. He says, look at MetLife. They got Snoopy as a spokesperson. I don't see young kids going out and buying life insurance.
He's got a point.
You go, wait a second. That's the dopiest thing. That's the dopiest goddamn answer. These guys will not admit anything. Just admit and say, yes.
I think the
Joe
cigarette
Camel
industry is used to lying.
I know. These guys,
they
can't help but lie. He said, Joe Camel is going to hook children. Yes, it's fine. Good. Who cares?
No, the point is those children were going to smoke anyway. They just decided to use Camels.
Do you see that answer? That answer's fine. Joe Camel is actually, we did studies, is teaching children to draw. Really? Yes, they love them.
You know that the standoff between those Texas militiamen and the state of Texas is over. But two of the people who were inside their little shack compound ran off. When the manhunt for them continues. They say they are armed. Authorities used planes and helicopters yesterday to scour miles of rugged terrain. They aren't certain on foot because of concerns about explosives and booby traps. All over the area. The two men took off into the woods as other members of the group, including the leader, Richard McLaren, surrendered on Saturday.
Why didn't they show that on TV? Why is that not on television? Why are we not watching this? And also, why did we not blow them up when we had them all in the house?
Well, number one, because it could have been like ground zero. They had so much stuff inside that building.
Oh. Would have been worth it.
Could have been the whole state of Texas.
Really? So many bombs.
I don't care. Do you think I care?
So we lose Texas.
They say that they're hoping that these guys will get thirsty and hungry and eventually come out on their own.
Right. Unbelievable, the shenanigans and games we play. I remember when the government used to just go in and blow people up. It was wonderful.
Can't do that anymore. People complain.
Yep.
Meanwhile, the members of the group who surrendered, did you see they had like a real military ceremony of lying down their arms and all that stuff?
They think they're in the Army.
Or laying down their arms. One bicycle rider collapsed and died of a heart attack, and another was critically injured when he flipped and hit his head. This was yesterday as the annual Bike New York tour of the city's 5 boroughs took place. New York City police say 53-year-old Fred Samuels of Washington suffered a heart attack on the Kosciuszko Bridge between Brooklyn and Queens at 11:30 yesterday morning. He was pronounced dead at the Western Queens Community Hospital.
That was that big bike ride they had?
Yeah, did you see that?
Please. They tied up, they closed down all of 6th Avenue.
To get home.
They closed down all of 6th Avenue so people could ride their bikes.
But not only that, they were on the Harlem River Drive.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to get around? And I was driving all through Harlem, which is wonderful. I saw Harlem for the first time.
It's the only time people go through Harlem.
I didn't realize it looked like that. But there I was, out there trying to make my way through the regular streets because the Harlem River Drive was closed off so these guys could bike and have heart attacks.
Yeah, and then all these guys, first of all, the whole thing they map off is like 42 miles, and most of these guys have never ridden more than 3 miles. They all have heart attacks. What else is in
And
the
another
news?
guy flips over and hits his head, and then he causes a big mess.
Yeah.
Televangelist Jim Baker was at a church yesterday. He says he wants to go back to prison to spread the word of God.
Good, we can arrange that.
During a sermon on Sunday, Baker asked the Faith Temple congregation in Taylor, South Carolina, to forgive him for his past wrongdoings and, of course, to support his plans for a prison ministry.
Yeah.
Does that mean give me more money?
Yeah. It also means forgive him for bilking people out of thousands, perhaps millions of dollars.
Forget that part. The part that he has the nerve to ask people to give him money again
Yeah.
is amazing.
Well, it's the only thing he knows how to do.
He also
Beg.
preached against the love of money,
Yeah.
calling it the root of all evil.
Well, he would know. The rest of us seem to be okay with it, but I don't know. He's busy just bilking people.
The murder case that gave rise to Megan's Law is going to trial today. Opening statements are beginning for the man accused of kidnapping, sexually assaulting, and strangling Megan Kanka in New Jersey. The 1994 murder sparked a nationwide move for laws named after the 7-year-old girl. They require notification of neighbors when sex criminals move into the neighborhood. The accused lived in the girl's neighborhood and had 2 prior sex convictions, but no one knew that at the time. His name is Jesse Timandakis, or Dacus.
Whatever. Dacus.
Yeah.
What else? Anything, Robin?
Today they announced the Tony Awards. I think
good.
those announcements will be handled by Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, good.
Who will
She's a
also
real
be
talent.
hosting the Tony Awards.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
They say that some plays will open or stay open or close as a result of the announcements made today. And it's also expected that Rosie will announce whether she will accept as a date for the award ceremony that night some teenager who wrote her.
Is it a girl or a boy?
A boy.
Mm.
And who said he would like to accompany her to the Tony Awards telecast as her date, and his mother would be the chaperone.
Oh, boy, you're kidding. I can't wait for the answer to that. I'm sure. Oh, come on. I mean, she doesn't have a guy to take her to the Tonys? A real man who's her boyfriend?
Tom Cruise isn't stepping up to take on that role.
And she's in love with him. Did you hear that? I buy that.
Rock singer and actress Courtney Love is putting her 5-bedroom mansion in Seattle on the market for $3 million. She shared that home with her late husband, Kurt Cobain, a grunge singer who committed suicide in the estate's carriage house in 1994. Lead singer of Nirvana, of course. Love reportedly decided to sell the Victorian-style mansion partly because of the countless fans who gather nearby to pay homage to Cobain. So I'm sure somebody wants to take this off her hands.
Yeah, I'd like to move into that house. That must be a load of laughs. Would you want to live in the house of some guy who blew his brains out?
Where people congregate.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. And does she expect someone to pay for that house? What is she asking for it?
$3 million.
Yeah, unless they make it into a museum.
The carriage house, of course, has been removed.
Oh, it doesn't come with a hunk of his head? Because if it did, you could turn it into a museum and charge a lot of money.
There was a close call for Ringo Starr. Officials say a private jet carrying the former Beatle had to abort a landing in San Diego to keep from coming too close to another plane that was about to take off. Starr was arriving in San Diego last night for a performance when the incident occurred. His jet circled the airport once and landed safely.
You know what's amazing about that story? That Ringo Starr had a performance. I mean,
well, you know, he has that all-star band
that's
he
still
gets
going
together
on
with every year.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Boy, that would alter music forever if he went down on the plane. What would we do?
The concert went on as scheduled.
Good.
A bartender who works nearby says this type of thing happens regularly, but he says this is the closest call he had ever seen.
How's Charlie Watts?
I don't know who's on the tour this year.
Yeah, important concert.
Let's see. There was a situation where a 3-year-old wound up on the railroad tracks of the Long Island Railroad in Queens. A train engineer spotted the boy on the tracks and alerted the dispatcher to shut down the system while train crewmen retrieved him.
That's cruel.
The engineer of a following train noticed a man walking around the tracks in the same vicinity and, thinking it could be the boy's father, stopped to pick him up.
Hey, you missed your kid. Was Eddie Murphy there? Wasn't he trying to help?
No. Pedro Aviles Sr. and Jr. were reunited at the Jamaica station.
Wouldn't it be great if Eddie Murphy had been wearing like a Superman costume and it turned out he really was trying to help?
Down to save a hooker.
Yeah.
Police later learned that the father had been attending services and the boy was in Sunday school at church adjacent to the tracks. So I guess he apparently wandered away and crawled under a fence separating the church from the tracks and wound up on the tracks.
Oh, Jesus.
They radioed ahead once they saw the child to have the third rail turned off to protect him. So he was saved. What a crazy story that is.
What a wonderful story, Rob.
Some Arizona residents are paying big bucks for the phone. Dozens of residents in remote Rio Verde live just outside of the boundaries of phone service. So many have resorted to using cell phones, and they receive monthly bills as high as $1,400.
Wow.
Now, of course, they're asking the state for help in paying these bills. The state commission is looking into who will pay to string phone service into the lightly populated area. U.S. West, which has been the single provider of phone service in the area, wants competitors to shoulder some of the cost.
How about this? If you live in a place where you can't get phone service in this country,
move.
Move.
It's cheaper.
Move, you asswipe.
$1,400 a month.
Come on. What are you talking about? And you want to know something, man? I still don't understand, and I wish a representative from the phone company would explain this to me. Why, if I have a cell phone and somebody calls me, I have to pay for that call? I still don't think that's fair. You know, and on your home phone, if you... forget it. Who cares? You guys know what I'm talking about. Anything else, Robin?
Yeah, maybe the problem is that they split the costs because it would be too much for one party.
I don't know. I don't care, really. I'm never sympathetic to the phone company telling me they have to split the cost because they can't. No, it's no split cost.
All right.
It should be the person who calls makes the payment.
Very well.
That's all I got to say.
Breakdown, the new Kurt Russell film, is #1 at the box office this weekend.
What did it make?
$12.7 million.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Myers' new spoof, Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, was second with $10 million. Volcano was #3, Liar Liar #4, Romy and Michelle's High School Reunion #5, and Anaconda #6.
Yeah, well, we had $14 million the first weekend. Just want to point that out. And you know how much they spent on some of those, on Volcano and all those other ones? That's good. Kishman Tachas. Iran. Anything else?
I don't think I have anything else to say today.
So let me wrap up by saying Mia Farrow will be signing copies of her book, What Falls Away, at Borders Book at the World Trade Center, today from 1 to 2 p.m. And also, Jackie Penthouse Joke Page Martlin, his big CD #3 will be recorded at Club Benet in Sayreville, New Jersey, Saturday night, May 17th. Go over and say hi to Jackie, be part of that history. His Filthy Joke CDs and cassettes are only $12 plus $4 shipping and handling. Buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. For information and jokes, visit JackieJokeman.com. Steve Gorilla and Grandma Sylvia's funeral. Stuttering John up next. And also 718-BAG-5040 is my boy, Scott the Engineer, Joe Cancer, who will be spinning records for you at your next party. If you hire him, 718-BAG-5040. He's willing to do it. See you tomorrow.
We'll be back with the Howard Stern Show. Don't go away. Eagle. Let's return to the Howard Stern Show.
Hey, Freddie, read these plugs.
And there's big doings at Town Hall in Manhattan. The Toyota Comedy Festival, in association with Catch a Rising Star, present Jackie the Joke Man Martling. That's at Town Hall, Friday, June 13th. And those tickets can be had by calling Ticketmaster. Time for the second annual Kevin Gillespie softball tournament, and the tourney will be held June 21st and 22nd in Cunningham Park in Flushing, Queens. And K-Rock will be fielding a team this year, so be down there if you can. If you don't have tickets to the Ranger game on Tuesday, well, come to the next best thing. Steve Gorilla hosting a Rangers playoff party at CJ Knockouts. That's New York's hottest and only bikini bar in Manhattan, located only 1 block from the Garden on 8th Avenue and 29th. The party starts at the first face-off. Of course, King Norris at Big Sur on 80th and 3rd in Manhattan. And if you're planning a wedding or party, well, you know that already. Scott the Engineer, Rocket Entertainment, 718-BAG-5040.
All right, everybody. Thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow.